milestone of what Fnatic have achieved the last few months on Bind here to counter slow plays around Vipers and whatnot. So this is definitely what I've got my eyes on. That's not even to mention the Yoru.
Yeah, the Yoru's there.
Less of a surprise,
but hey, it's still there, and it's definitely caught our eyes. But as we go forward, maybe we start seeing that depth of what Fnatic may have. Obviously, we've seen them throughout this tournament being tested more than maybe some expected. And DRX, yes, we know the curse of them hitting that marker in these tournaments and always just faltering. But maybe this time it's different.
Looks like this is the score that's destined to be settled at Champs as well. So the last two head-to-head sets. That actually does open up onto Durka here.
เม็ดเดียวเลยเหรอ
Just slip away. I'll be cautious towards long. We'll probably hear the orb being retrieved here. Boaster.
Oh, he's got a chance at that.
No ping on the minimap, so I don't actually believe Marco's.
I don't think you've seen him.
No. Oh. That's a big indicator to find Alpha on the other side again. Expected position, but Boaster trying to slip in there's caught.
Yeah, so this is now being quite telling. You're seeing a lot of what Fnatic were trying to
โบ๊ท
keep
มึงยังส
subtle.
ติดีอยู่ไหมวะ
Leo having a little bit of a look. Getting a little bit closer. This is going to need someone to deliver them two, maybe even three here. And Marco's position is lovely. And keep in mind, he has support in there too. Buzz actually dedicated towards Shower. So the map quite small for Fnatic. Hard to break back in here. If they can get the plant, they at least get a little bit of comfort.
Ooh, the spam's good.
It's off, it's off, actually. Okay, plant. All right.
โอ้โหไม่ตาย
3v5 post plant. Chronicle took a fair crack of damage through that though, and a lovely pop flash. He eats a fair bit of himself, but for Chronicle he ate more. So now down to the two. Fuse started, first connected, but a trade. So it's all on Leo. And he is a marvel, but this is a lot to achieve with 8 bullets left in this, and no real need to stop that defuse. DRX, great start. Now, having a chat kind of before this game, Mike, they were kind of discussing the mentality for DRX coming into this, and I had the opportunity to see him walking in as well.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting to hear that. I mean, it comes straight from Kangyang, right? Yeah. There's kind of, we're going to go out, we're going to play fast, we're going to play loose, and,
aggressive,
and try and catch Fnatic off guard, which is an objective. Well, it's an objective in itself, but with being kind of disappointed in DRX the last couple of events.
Yeah.
In terms, I guess, of that historical pedigree.
Of course.
Then I'm actually going to see it if they do want to switch things up. Obviously, this composition on Bind in particular, definitely a catalyst to try and achieve that.
And again, I think we've kind of discussed this till, you know, we're sick. It's just, it's like you can't beat Fnatic by playing traditional Valorant, I feel. I don't think there's many teams, if any, who can. You have to play something out of the ordinary. And that's why all of us are very excited with the idea of like DRX facing off against them. Someone who's very aggressive. And I don't think it's a bad concept for DRX to play with. As it stands though, being quite patient about this.
We get tagged up though. We'll find Boaster. The paint shot, follow headshot, Marco.
Clean.
Closing the door on Shaw, but Leo slipped through the smoke, still finds it.
ในไทย Leo
should be able to get that rifle back, and they have found Alpha. Good start for DRX here. Second round, nice and clean. Bulldogs kept in check, so no financial losses. I'll be happy with that one. Now we see the first real challenge after the pistol.
DRX going to be bringing in 4 Bulldogs here. Marco will see where he settles. It's pretty well invested nonetheless. 2 away from the orbital strike, it's about the only old progress to write home about.
เฮ้ยมึงวิ่งมั่วเลยวะ DRX ใครจะไปบอมไหนอะไรยังไงเนี่ยกูยังให้ดีเว้ย
Fnatic gonna maybe slow things down a little bit for their first buy round. Proactivity here for DRX though. Stack's looking to get very aggressive.
Again, kind of holding true to what we were discussing, that this is something they want to toy with, play with, try and attempt.
นี่ไงลักไก่อุ้ยศพใช่ไหมเมื่อกี้ศพใช่ไหม1 แม็กโอ้
What? The Wonder Kid, for a reason, gonna find 2. That's huge value.
Down to 56 HP though, probably gonna wait for a regroup here to get healed. It's just Zest and RB try and recover something. I mean, at this point, some damage sure, but
บูลด็อกมันดีไงพี่ชอบออินในราวที่ชนะราวแรกสมมุติเราชนะปืนพกใช่ไหมพี่ออินเลยถ้ามีตังพอซื้อปืนใหญ่พี่ก็ซื้อเพราะว่าทำให้ราวโบนัสราว มันจะมีประสิทธิภาพ
Less than
มาก
comfortable, but this round is. Fnatic answer
แบบ
back
มีโอกาสช
perfectly.
นะมากที่สุด
A Prime Gaming flawless here in the third. 5 rifles remain and making, I guess, no real mistakes there.
แล้วมันก็มีตังค์ซื้อพอในราวที่4
Stacks is desperate to try and find an open here.
I like the idea.
So crispy. Towards showers. Marco one away from the orbital strike now. Again in this round.
ตี 5 ครึ่งไอ้สัตว์
Some of the key ultimates, but Alpha.
คู่นี้ตี 5 ครึ่งถ้า3 แมปก็น่าจะ 8 โมงพอดี
One away for the Seekers for Leo though.
ไอ้ยา
Found himself a kill to kick things off here. DRX starting.
แย่แล้ววะ
3-man towards B, and it looks like Fnatic might actually step the pace up a little bit.
Yeah, looks like a little bit of a gear shift. Not completely, but you can see the pressure that Marco's under with this sort of sight hit. Dirk is already above, so looking to maybe isolate Buzz. Does the timing. He doesn't get punished on it.
เอาไป
That's
ระเบิด
just
เอาไปแดก
seems outrageous that Dirk gets
เนี่ยบั
away
กยิง
with
แพ้
that.
เหรอวะ
Caught
วาง
with the
เป้า
paint shell in hand, but Buzz couldn't do much about it. But there's bodies here. DRX pulling everyone over. 3 now present on the site, and 1 on that long route around the back lines.
Probably he's going to be stuck behind the trap for a little while. They're going to try and
อุ้ย
team past it.
วาร์ปข้ามแท็บเอาแล้ว
Should be out of earshot as well, but
Oh,
Fnatic
stop.
still trying to fight. Yeah, Alpha responds with 2. Zest will find Leo. Comes down to a 2v2 now.
And with that lack of presence coming out from RB, they're
มันรู้ว่าหลังมาได้
questioning the fact that Alpha
ทามมิ่ง
Right
หลัง
is
มา
already
ได้
turned.
ครับ
Yes, Zest
เหี้ย
is deep on the
Fnatic
side, but you can see how safe they're
เฟอร์
playing.
ติกรออยู่
Trying
ครับ
to find that last oh, the top.
โอ้
Oh, come on, Alpha.
อัลฟา
Such a
เจอร์
nasty
ว่ะ
player mechanically, seeing that in full force here.
เขารู้ว่าหลังมาได้เพราะว่าโยรุมันสามารถวาร์ปได้แล้วทามมิ่งมันได้ครับ
Space, but flip sides.
เล่นฉลาดด้วยพวกนี้
28 seconds. Can he find Boaster? Yes. He's got to know Alpha was somewhat nearby. And he gets him. Fabulous
ไอ้โบอ
work
สมึง
from
เดินมา
Zest.
อะไรอย่างนั้นวะ
Back in the game.
A 4K and the
They
Red
tie
Bull
bot.
clutch to close things out here as Fnatic. He said Durka
25 พรุ่งนี้ไม่มีแข่งพรุ่งนี้น่าจะหยุดครับ
unpunished initially. You know, he was spotted and awful timing.
ลิโอเป็นลูกครึ่งไทย ใช่ก็ได้
Course correction from DRX.
ถ้าบอกว่าใช่ก็ใช่ก็ได้
Just spots him at the last second. You can hear a little bit of confusion actually as to where Alpha was still residing there. With that HP, very, very audacious for him to be pushing up. Tour de Force online now. Seekers available for Fnatic, and on the other side, Orbital Strike
Buzz.
and the pits. Yeah.
Buzz is holding his breath,
Yeah.
trying to just suck it in. Just hope he doesn't get spotted. And he
Oh.
doesn't. But it's a similar look, right? We saw this before. But Buzz willing to maybe challenge on the cross of this wall. A little bit of a hop up, but look who's waiting on the other side. So a nice little exchange here. Pop flash through the TP. Buzz does find Alpha, so that's Tour de Force gone. Big pick up from RB.
ชิปหายแล้ว Fnatic
From DRX.
ชิปหายแล้ว
DRX taking all the fights. And yet
Fnatic
Durka
กลับบ้านว่ะ
on his tower, but
ทรงนี้ Fnatic กลับบ้าน
Found for a second time.
โอ้ my บอกแล้วมันไม่ท็อป 3 หรอกไอทีมเนี้ยไอทีมนี้มันไม่ไหว
Hard to
แล้ว
clear this backside, but Durka always clean, but not clean enough now. Down to Chronicle, tough situation, and yeah, beautiful from Marco. Very, very just dug in positions, kept composed. But I've got to be honest here. DRX are playing very good Valorant.
They are, yeah. And Fnatic are kind of testing the waters here. Wow.
Where's
Testing the waters initially
Show me
towards A,
that
maybe
cam.
to force an
Meng
extra
Meng
player
เนี่ยก็ตา
across
เห็น
here
ว่ะ
with something in mind towards B side. That's yeah, a little awkward to see Alpha tied up in that sort of engagement, especially with the Tour de Force.
And I was going to say, even just in the round before this, you know, Zest having a great start here. I think he was sitting on maybe 7-2 at that point. I don't think he was the one involved in this, but Marco springing up the board. And great to see Marco back out on stage, obviously. Totally different today. Keep in mind, the
Out of the
cameras...
echo chamber.
Yeah, yes. And into another somewhat isolated arena.
Yes.
But, you know, the 7 fans are here. They're mostly crew. But still, at this point, I'm looking at kind of the fact that we're seeing Marco looking happy, confident. Because keep in mind, he was the one who was slamming the desk.
Happy.
He was furious, and you don't see that from Marco.
And it's tough to be the one kind of, I guess, outside of this environment, away from the atmosphere of the team
Absolutely.
as well. And obviously, I mean, there were other issues in that series,
Yes,
which
yes.
we won't go into now, but
No.
definitely probably feeling rejuvenated internally for DRX today.
โอ้ย04โคนิเคิลโบสเดอร์
Already off to a flying start in my eyes, Lauren.
Yeah.
Couldn't
4-1.
for a better beginning.
Yeah.
This is dreamy stuff. You've kept Durka relatively calm. You've got Alpha under the thumb. You're not having Boaster clutching up. A couple of those key things that had been working really nicely for Fnatic. Not quite kicking in yet, but it's still Fnatic. They get wiggle room. We give them a bit of time. They have depth. They've had a mini timeout. Let's see the value in this as DRX instantly back to the aggression.
I love this on the back of the timeout.
So disruptive, but Chronicle's so aware, and he follows up as well.
ไอ้เหี้ยเล่นแบบเดิมก็ชนะแล้ว DRX อะ
Massive man advantage here for Fnatic.
หาอะไรทำไงว่างๆสกอร์มันนำเยอะไปหน่อย
A little lazy on approach. Fnatic don't make
นำเยอะไปหน่อย
it. Still awaiting further aggression. Marco to hold down the fort here. Does have his ultimate, but a 3v5, they're going to need some sort of damage or a kill to make that feasible.
เฟรติกเนี้ยบอะไรขนาดนั้นเพื่อน
Things on the minimap here.
มึงจ่ายของเคลียร์สักบอมหนึ่งก็จบแล้วเดือด
Just yet, 55 seconds left on the clock. Fnatic still looking to plant seeds.
เฮ้ยอะไรวะน่ะ
Marco's position.
แล้วมาโกะคนเดียวครับมาโกะจะเบรกไป2หรือเปล่าแล้วรอดูมาโกะเบรก2อุ้ย
He's got further.
เหี้ยเล่นฉลาดจัดมาโกะ
He's sitting on the other side of this. He's the only one here. The other two are on the flank.
เล่นฉลาดครับมาโกะ
And how long does he wait? How
เรียบ
patient
ร้อย
is he?
มาโกะ
It's connected. He knows the flash connected.
นั่นไง
Everything you could
นั่นไงมาโกะ
in the back gonna get out.
เหี้ยโคตรแสบต้องเสียอันติเลยครับ
And that should keep him safe for the plant. What can Stacks do? He's got the dog, he's got 2 flashes, and he's quick to this. He wants to find out where Chronicle is. Can't quite connect on the dog, and the slow gets invested. He's going to try and buy as much time. And Chronicle will be such a king in these moments.
Does he wrap all the way back into the backside of this ultimate?
Oh, he doesn't catch it.
Yeah, it's dropped.
So that's quite telling. Stacks is just a couple of steps behind though, and that flash shows where he is, but he still thinks he might be in towards... Wait, he's still paranoid about it. He hasn't even thought about it. Chronicle hasn't stopped walking. Patient the whole time. Through, turn, fight!
เฮ้ยคนนี้ขึ้น
Down at 20, and Stacks needs to close this gap. He's got to get to him, and he
เฮ้ย
does!
คนนี้ขึ้น
DRX!
ชิบหายละ
I've got
เฟร
to
ติ
say,
ก
Marco being
เนี่ย
masterful
คนนี้ขึ้นอย่างเหม็นบูดเลยว่ะ
He's got it.
อะไรวะน่า
He's got it.
What? What a
เฮ้ยแต่
round
ชมมา
from
โกะครับ
Stacks.
มาโกะครับ
From Marco before that as well.
มาโกะครับ
Shifting up to that smoke, just sitting on the other side, and the flash catching doesn't give it away. You could see Leo thinking something's weird, that what's gone on to be able to connect that flash, but he still did so well.
Absolute heroics from the 2 power players.
อุ้ยมินิจดยับไม่รู้เฮียแหละแต่จดยับ
Themselves a
เว้ยแหละ
5-1 lead here on Bind.
กูจดไว้ก่อน
This is
And just to come back to that same point, you said playing with no pressure and stuff today. It's not often you see Marco in kind of these high risk, high reward situations. Usually,
ไม่ใช่วันของนายว่ะเฟรติก
he's the safe pair of hands. So it's key actually if it's going to throw off some of the
เอ้ย
trying to get into the
ประตูหนีบนิ้วแล้วมากเมื่อกี้
if it throws off some of Fnatic's I guess expected protocols, then that could be a concern. I mean, it already is a concern.
At 5-1, it definitely is, and they're trying something out with obviously this chamber coming in that they don't have massive amounts of reps on. Maybe not finding as much comfort as they'd like in that, but obviously DRX on a switch up too, but making it look much better for them here. You know, we do see Durka with the ult. Gonna have the Guardian out. Chronicle has very little. Coming in, Frenzy for Boaster, Stinger for Leo, and the kind of hero rifle.
ไม่เฟรติกไม่ตกรอบนี้รอบหน้าเว้ย
Flash is revealing.
แย่ชะตามันถูกลิขิตมาแล้ว
Intention is
มึงจะแชมป์เยอะไปละ
towards B long here. Gorgeous from Buzz. Gives Alpha the haircut and slips away. Pop flash and pop on through. Zest and Stacks. Look at this aggression from DRX. I love it.
อะไรทุกอย่างดีไปหมดครับ DRX ตอนนี้
Not being afraid to take these
โคตร
challenges.
ดีครับ
It's hard to do that against Fnatic. We you know,
โห
gave
ดู
the
อันตี
credit
ดิ
to likes of
5 อัน
Billy for this sort of aggression, to EDG for these sort of aggressive looks that they brought out here. But all of them would have fumbled against Fnatic as Billy did, but be able to do it here for DRX. This is a lovely addition to their playbook.
And it's really well coordinated as well. They're able to construct some of these pieces on the fly.
จิบหายแล้วเฟรติกเลือกแบบนี้มาด้วย
10 seconds left, obviously. No chance of fighting back in here because look at the left side of the screen. Ultimates are plenty here for DRX. Fnatic obviously coming in with a lesser purchase.
God, this is so impressive. It's just not, I think you rightly highlighted it just a couple of rounds ago, but the traditional protocol list of trying to play DRX doesn't really include this often. You're not keeping that very much at the forefront of your mind. Now, can Fnatic handle it? Absolutely. but it's a different challenge.
Well, also to take this as an example on Bayern, when we did see
มืด
this
8 ด้านเหมือน
competition
กันครับ
previously, there wasn't
เฟ
an
นาติก
awful lot of
ไม่รู้จะทำไงต่อ
it was still very
Yeah.
DRX-esque. There was
บุ
no
กไม่ได้เลยครับ
desperation. There was no kind of
อุ้ยอะไรอ่ะมันจะดันเหรอ
one opening engagement.
Ui,
and
đan
hope
mà.
that we can kind of snowball rounds through that. Well, proactivity is the name of the game here.
โอ้โห
Sharp to it.
เฮียโคนิเคิล
Showstopper.
คมชิบหาย
Buzz removed right off the rip.
But he wasn't alone in this. They were creeping up. Now, the map's looking
แปะเดียวอยู่
curiously divided, isn't it? Because they've taken
นั่นแหละ
over
แปะ
that
เดียวอยู่
A space, even though they did lose a player for it. So they can't stick around too long. And you do have Alpha kind of clearing that a little bit deeper, trying to keep a little bit of a track on the back of Showers. But Fnatic need to re-clear this now because aggression comes in and it slows down the clock. You
โอ้
can't
กดดัน
play
จัดอะ
hyper
Fnatic
late
อะ
execute because of
อย่า
this.
แพ้แล้วมั้งมึงเล่นแบบเนี้ย
Now with the
ดูดิมันยังไม่ออกจากบ้านเลย
towards short, they're having a little look down towards B.
กันอยู่ในบ้านน่ะดูน่ะดูดิสองตัวนั้นเลย
Look at Leo waiting and actually
Ôi.
receives. So he notes
Yeah,
the
nó
play,
tẹt.
he notes the
ยิง
intention.
กำ
but
แพง
doesn't
ล้วนเลยนะมึง
even estimate there could be 2 players here.
Ui, 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 ui.
Presence here or not. Stacks flashing this.
It is, and he's all alone, but
อี
he's
ก
still
แล้ว
got
ครับ
value.
โบ
He's
เตอร์
just
ไม่ได้
taking
เล่น
the
เลย
ball.
ครับ
Marco
โบ
still
เตอร์
so
07
on here.
Ultimate though. so if
08
we
แล้วมั้ง
can
เนี่ยไอ้เฮีย
stand up to the test of Alpha yet.
It's only a little pocket to play in.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
It should
โดนดิ
be
มั้งเนี่ย
about now as
กู
well.
ว่าโดนดิมั้งเนี่ยมาบอมเนี้ย
Zest is in support. There's the ult. Burst comes in. Side gets taken. Zest still stands.
เรียบร้อย
Cross gets watched. Marco gets the punish. And where was
อย่าเล่น
Alpha
ดี
in
จริ
this?
งว่ะ
Maybe delayed, maybe late. But it gives Marco a second lease of life. And now to the 3v3. Look at the time.
โอ้โห
Trying to re-clear this. All
เหี้ย
that stall. All of
Fnatic
this
สู้ไม่
work
ได้
from
เลย
DRX has stopped Fnatic in their tracks. Spikes loose on the site.
วันนี้
This
สมอง
round
มัน
is
แล่นครับ
Raps and
DRX
DRX are doing
ดีทุกอย่าง
everything that they need to against
เนี้ย
Fnatic.
ไปหมด
Beautiful split with the orbital
Wow.
strike here. And then the layers as well. The snake bite comes through. The molly's there. There's no chance of anybody swinging on to complement Alpha's position, who I don't know if he's just very, very paranoid of a hookah stack or something, but there was no pressure onto the backside of Marco. He
Yeah.
shoots Durka in the back of the head. And this is on the back of, don't get me wrong, the orbital strike splitting things,
Oh,
but
he's pulling Aspas. He's
the timing just,
chairs back.
the timing's just a little bit off
เอ้ยนั่งไม่ติดนั่งไม่ติดนั่งไม่ติดเหมือนจะกลับบ้านยังไงอย่างนั้นแหละ
Actually play the game.
นั่งไม่ติดเหมือนจะกลับบ้าน
Win or lose a round.
ยังไงกลับหรือเปล่า
Reaction. At this point, though, we're going to have the ults being cycled through for DRX. They've noted one. And Alpha's not loving that.
Oh.
He actually bests RB.
นี่ไงล่ะเฮียผมจัดบัตร
confident, but they're not fighting alone. This isn't individual challenges. They're being very comprehensive in this.
But the way DRX are playing so far, you take these trades every day of the
100%.
week. If you're going to approach the defense like this on bind, sure, you're happy with that.
ว่ามันเล่นกันช้าชิบหายเลยวะ
A lot of information in
เว้ย
terms of Alpha yet lurking
มึง
outside
รู้ไหมที่เนี่ย
showers,
เช้าแล้ว
controlling both.
แม่งเล่นกันแบบ
Sight.
ไม่กล้าเล่นแล้วอะแฟนติกอะ
Say if Durka does
ไม่
get
คมคามแล้วอะแบบต้องแบบเนี้ยต้องปานีด
Over, are they still happy leaving Marco here? Fnatic haven't
มัน
fully
ตัน
committed.
เว้ย
They're
มัน
trying
ตัน
to
เว้
maybe
ย
pick up the pace a bit here because they ran out of time basically in that last round. So here you can see them trying to work a little bit earlier towards it. Chronicle could be the challenge for Marco. Not for the last round's impact, he has to be aware of the chance of this. They want to get him gone. And this time they succeed. Chronicle takes him down and isolates one on the side. It's just Stacks. One flash to play with, eats that. He's trying to slip ahead. He's trying to be in an unexpected angle here.
This
This
could
cubby.
be
This
Oi.
cubby, this cubby.
devastating.
Oh, not again!
เอ้ยโบเตอร์
This is madness! Pop flash and he
ไม่ได้เล่นอีกแล้วครับ แล้วบอมตกข้างบน
It's down as well! Durka and Leo will be furious about this!
โอ้โห
With
ไอ้
20
เหี้ย
seconds,
แพ้
what are
ว่ะ
they meant to do now? So on the best in the game,
สู้ไม่ได้
not
เล
for
ย
their
อะ
all, but right now, they have recovered the spike. It's the small silver lining. The Zest is closing in. It's not like they have safety here. Leo's going to be just melting away. Durka on the defense. Leo looking vulnerable.
Ui.
He still stands.
เหี้ยเดิร์ก
Durka defending this with everything he's got.
แล้วดูเลือด
Now
หนึ่ง
Leo on the
ทั้ง
side.
คู่ครับ
Stacks has a look. Can he find Leo first? He's looking for him. He's not being given much. But the pixel was all it took.
Plant's not good for Durka.
It's certainly not on the fake flash.
Ui,
Gives
lũ,
Stacks
lũ.
the angle. Gets the cross. And now he gets started toying with him. Teasing and he gets him. Stacks with an
GG ป่ะ
audacious,
ไม่ไหวแล้ว
outstanding round.
ไม่ไหวไม่ไหว
We're seeing that aggression. We're seeing that re-aggress time and time again.
Another position that's just so unorthodox.
He
To say-
played up to that.
I'll be honest, Marco, the exception to the rule. Stacks, occasionally he'll be in a spot like this, but it's another situation where Fnatic are just completely blindsided by aggression ahead of a site execute.
And this is, I love seeing it though. We saw it on long not too... We saw it on long, like not too long ago, right?
ไอ้นั่นมันพลิกทำไมวะ
Through the wall, the regress towards it.
ไอ้
Fnatic are facing a team who aren't
ส
afraid
กาย
of
ใครเล่นวะ
And we
เล่นไม่
haven't
ดี
seen
เลย
that
อะ
for
วัน
a
นี้
minute, and
เฟติก
there's reason why. But
ไม่
DRX are
กูว่ามัน
giving
จ
them
บไป
no
ละ
quarter.
มึงมาได้เท่านี้
Absolutely not.
Wow.
มาได้เท่านี้เพื่อน
Small adjustments, but you can
หมด
see
หม
the
ดลิ้นละ
massive
หมดลิ้นละ
value they've garnered here in the
หมดลิ้น
first
ของ
half
นายละ
combined. Fnatic's map pick, nonetheless.
God.
And we're looking at an 8-1 scoreline, a second mini timeout in round 10.
You don't see those often.
Nope.
You do not see them often. Wow. It does. This feels a little surreal, if I'm honest. We're sat in an empty venue, near an empty audience. You've done very well, coaches and staff. Appreciate you.
There's
Shout
somebody
out to
waving
you.
at us in a Fnatic
Yeah,
jersey.
there we go. The Fnatic fans are all together. Yeah, well, maybe we'll find them by the bar soon. At this point.
That's this side.
Yeah, that side.
Yeah.
That's also lights out. It's very strange in here. I hope we get a little crowd shot at some point. The jib cam operator's there, like Jesus.
มันเหมือนมันจะใช้2พอร์ตเลยนะ มันไม่ได้แก้ช้าหรอก อันนี้น่าจะพอ
The
ร์ตที่2ของ
operator
มัน
is in hand, but it does feel a
มัน
little.
น่าจะหมด
It
หมด
feels
พอ
very
ร์ตแล้วล่ะ
surreal to be seeing this scoreline in this environment. It just
สวัส
feels
ดีครับ
bizarre, but it's so well done.
I mean, the concern is coming out of that timeout. The response is, hey guys, we need to kind of slow down and control a little more because it's been the
เห
same.
มือนจะโดนแล้วดู RB แฟต RB แฟต
And look
Maybe
who's in the smoke.
expecting RB.
เรียบร้อย
Flash. Does he go? Second time, he does, and the flash is fantastic. The spray. Zero threat, zero trade.
มึงดูสภาพลีโอเนี่ยไอ้เหี้ย โอ้โห กำแพงกำเพิงแตกอะมั่งเพื่อน โอ้ยเนี่ยแม่งเล่น แม่งเล่นเฟรติกเป็นเด็กเลยไอ้สัส
And this is a scenario where if they can continue to get aggressive on the extremity, even just isolating one person.
Sure.
ไอ้เหี้ยแม่งตบเฟรติกเป็นเด็กเลยเฮ้ย
He stood up to the test a couple of times. Been traded out previously
โอ้
by
โห
Buzz
เซฟ
Shaw.
ไอ้เหี้ยเซฟนี้กูไปฉี่แล้วกัน
This is another thing where here ahead of the 60-second mark, Boast is shaking his head. We're on a save.
I mean, this could we potentially see just Boaster's POV if possible? I'm kind of interested if he's doing not a tactical timeout, yes, as a kind of mid-round timeout. As it stands, just kind of going through it. Hand off the kit. Yeah, it looks like
right
it. Yeah,
here.
absolutely. So
30 seconds
if you're kind of wondering, again, you usually see, especially in other games, you know, the French teams do this. A lot of other teams would do this. You take basically a timeout in a round that's basically cooked, right? They have 3 weapons to come into play with, and they need to kind of further that discussion on that Mini just had, maybe build it through, because once again, they've been put off kilter by a smoke play.
10 seconds left.
You know, very confident space, very high risk, high reward. But
I mean,
well, I say that it's not even high risk particularly because it's Yoru.
Even when you think back to the kind of the flash and dash that Vision Strikers themselves trademarked, they kind of embraced that themselves. You didn't see plays like this. It wasn't flashing out of smokes. It wasn't.
Nope.
It wasn't that sort of aggression. It was drilled set pieces.
Leo.
Like I said, Leo's spraying towards heaven on split, just somewhere completely different. But yeah, this is a completely different sort of aggression that we're seeing from DRX. It's unorthodox. They're not necessarily a very unorthodox team.
No, they're not.
We always credit the structure and how well coordinated they are on set pieces, and this is what I think's throwing Fnatic aloof.
But I absolutely love the fact of it is still quite well crafted. And now you're going to be wanting to be anti-flash if you're alpha. I'm slipping away. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, they've done it again! Every time there's a wall of smoke, anything, go anti-flash, please, because DRX are walking through all of this. And now they get to sit back in a 5v4. They've taken away alpha. Fortunately, at least the operator gets to be kept in hand, but Boaster now has to be the one to try and wield it and slowly take space towards Shower.
But it's so rare that we actually see this. Like,
look at Marco. Oh,
for a moment, I think the rifle just sticking into the poison orb.
This is better. Chronicle trying to challenge on it, but RB's here. Now the Seeker's going to come down, reveal there's still a lurk in play. We're going to have the ult coming through as well. Buzz going to buy a second. Exactly, they couldn't capitalize on the space they may have just earned. Seeker lazily making its way through, and it's Boaster still looking for an opportunity. Doesn't play it close, and Buzz gets what he wants.
That's the spike. Look at the minimap.
No one can do anything. Dirk has got a sight. Brilliant. He's going to get to the other side of the map with 35 seconds.
13-1 อย่างนี้ 13-1 ครับผม
30 seconds
With
left.
Alpha down, it
อย่าง
unlocks
นี้
the map.
13-1 แน่นอน โอ้ my
And this man can make miracles happen, but this round won't be the one.
This is not going to be it, no. And just to come back to a point I was about to make, that it's so rare you actually see Fnatic fail to respond to what's going on across the map time and time again. This default hasn't really stood up to the test of DRX's aggression. All they're doing is they're spinning the wheel, picking an extremity, and fighting for it. Yeah. The only time we've really seen them get shut down was the double swing on short. After the timeout, and Chronicle found 2 headshots, that was it. We haven't seen Fnatic stack up as 2 and actually fight for some space. They've been set up outside it. We haven't actually seen them have the opportunity to engage. And then you see, again, you can't fault Chronicle in this position, but somebody has to make a hero play, which isn't Fnatic's strong point. No. That's not what we usually look towards them.
No, we don't go, oh, love that individual aspect of normally that machine.
Holy shit, man!
It's all of it coming together.
What happened?
Absolutely, and this is the first time I'm seeing them challenged in this sort of way, and it's not gonna... Again, the flash gives Buzz the angle. Look at this! Counter flash comes in, turns it, can't get back in time. First time we've really got an opening pick here to create a chance. But again, look at the scoreline. At this point, 10-1. You're trying to maybe put together anything you can, but nice upgrade for Durka there.
เขาจะเอาสักลาวอ่ะเขาจะเอาให้ได้ว่ะไว้สักลาวะเขาบอกเอาหน่อยเพื่อน
Fnatic still don't commit behind that pick. Cautious of any further stack here.
เอาหน่อยเพื่อนลีโอไทยเปล่าไม่รู้แต่ช้างไทยแน่นอนครับผมมั่นใจ
It's just so strange, but Marco's immovable. They still don't have any access inside. The spike's down once again, and they're struggling. Stack's trying to support over towards Shower, and DRX just close in and absolutely decimate Fnatic.
ไอ้เหี้ยขอบควันมันมีมัน DRX มันมีพลังอะไรหรือเปล่าวะกิ้งก่าคือแบบอยู่ในควันอยู่แถวควันนี่หาไม่เจอเลยนะ
Ridiculous weather, and then also an earthquake. Maybe something's got a little topsy-turvy here. But it's so good to watch. I think any fans of Valorant will love seeing this because you get to see what you can do when you reinvent a couple of aspects of your team. A couple of different looks here. A little bit of a
แมปแรกใครชนะเพิ่งตื่นมึงขยี้ตาก่อนก่อนจะพิมพ์อ่ะ
มึงเพิ่งตื่นจริง
มึงขยี้ตาก่อน
ใช่แหละ
And to do it against Fnatic, I mean, come on. Now we go back.
มึงไม่เห็นจุดเหรอเหี้ยมันมีไหมน่ะจุดข้างบนน่ะ
ไม่คือมึงรู้ได้ไงว่านี้แมป1หรือแมป2หรือแมป3เนี่ยมึงมาถึงแมปแรกใครชนะเนี่ยมันหมายถึงกูแรกเปล่ากูไม่รู้ก็มันพิมพ์มาแมปแรก
น่าจะง่วงแหละว่า
ว่ามันน่านอนต่อเหมาะกับการนอนต่อ
That's where the pressure's coming from.
เฮ้ยขอบคุณครับ
A late presence from Durka that could be essential. Look at him as well.
น้องเนมวอลลอสเรียบร้อยสกอร์เดียวกับยุทธ
Big timing on that is huge. But they can't overcommit to just dealing with Durka. Everyone else is on the other side of the map here, and it's clean enough for Stacks. They can turn their attention elsewhere. Great trade.
พามพามพามพามพามพามพามพามพามพามพามพามพามพาม13เยี่ยมโมเตอร์ยัง0อยู่เลยอ่ะ
Working that angle perfectly. Match point.
That's map point already in round 14 for DRX. I said another situation where sure you can hope for the best at the side switch, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Obviously, we will see the investment come through from Fnatic here.
มองบนซะหน่อยมองบนซะหน่อย
Stingers maybe a spectre here and there.
มันจบแล้วครับมันจบแล้วครับ
But there's very little to pin your hopes to right now. DRX looking to seal the deal here on map 1.
And Alpha not finding much there. Well, he found a lot, but he didn't find what he wanted, which would have been the kill. The space now being filled already. Look at Buzz. Straight down to business. RB already going to find Durka. He's down to 4.
โบ๊ทอย่าสูญเถอะขอร้องไอ้เหี้ยเพื่อน
Persuade the plant at least by a couple of seconds. They just jump.
โอ้
And so does Boaster.
ไอ้เหี้ยในที่สุดมันก็ได้1เว้ยไม่สูญไม่สูญ
Not comfortable at all.
Difficult as well in terms of the weaponry here. Boaster only a sheriff in hand.
ในที่สุดโบ๊ทก็ได้1 โบ๊ทหาตัวที่2อยู่
Contact is stacks, pressured a little deeper, but Buzz with the judge
โอ้
causing
ย
massive
โดดไป
problems
โดด
right
มา
now.
โดดไปโดดมาใช้แลมไปใช้แลมมา
Start
อุ้ยนี่
kind
เอา
of
แย้ว
towards this
เอาแย้ว
There's
เล่น
no
เล่น
one
กับ
on the
นี่ไง
defuse, but
เล่นกับควัน
Boaster doing the heroics if he has to. Takes down Marco.
เฮ้ยควัน
Looks
เฮ้ย
for the
พิษ
next
ไม่ล
player
ง
to come through that smoke.
The vulnerable.
A tap, it's
Ow.
huge. Oh, and Stag's got Leo. Alpha's there. Booster's fallen. It's all on
Yeah.
Alpha. A 1v2, and the time is not on his side. History is being rewritten today with a scoreline. But we'll find out, won't we?
เดี๋ยวย้ายไปลีกซาอุแล้วกินลีกทีมแอลกอฮอล์
Out of the
เอ
ordinary.
อกูว่าถ้ามัน
However,
ไป
we're in
นะ
map 2, right? Have
ถ้า
they
มัน
been
ไป
able to
ลีกซาอุ
mentally
เมื่อไหร่นะ
reset? Has Fnatic been able to reinvigorate
ฮัลโหลบัง
one?
And this is the question.
Where we go tonight?
Players
ถามคำแรกเข้าไปตอนกลางวันตอนซ้อมอะ
failures, right? They come in
Absolutely.
with the super roster they
ไอ้เหี้ย
deliver this
ขออนุ
year
ญาต
so far.
กินลีก
With
ขออนุญาต
elimination
เมา
here on the line, can they channel their inner strength to answer back on Haven? Again, thinking back to the historical
เนี่ย
strong
พอเจอ
point
มัน
as
เท่กันเย
for
อะเลย
that
ว่ะ
Vision Strikers roster, we don't see a similar
โอ้ยมันต้องมีแหละน้อง
composition here.
มัน
with the
ไอ้
Viper
เหี้ย
coming in.
ออปชั่นเสริมอะ
But I'm very nervous.
เขียนไปในใบเซ็นสัญญาต้องมีแอลกอฮอล์ไม่นั้นกูไม่ไป
Oh yeah.
มึงว่าบังเขาจะหามาได้ไหมล่ะ
That's the real
แค่มันพูดแค่
caveat
เนี้ย
to this, isn't it? It's how
Yeah.
it got there. But big info there for Zest. At least going to note a player on top. Not sure how many spotted, but it should ring the dinner bell to get over towards B.
Viper
Two
อีก
players are in
แล้ว
response. Dirk is going to take
ทุก
towards
ด่า
the
ไอ้
site.
สัตว์
Spam going
เฮ้ย
through.
อะไรมั่ว
Stacks
มั่ว
lucky
มั่ว
to be alive. That's 10 HP.
แล้วมันจับโพสต์แพนให้ไง
The spike will be planted. Now Swarm set up and Fnatic already looking to disengage here. Leave Durka posted up.
ไปเว้ย DRX
How they deal with that
เหี้ย
pressure.
ไหนๆก็1-0ละ
Clear from
2-0 เลยแล้วกัน
to come in, but the spacing's a
อันนี้
little
อันนี้คือ
uncomfortable
สายล่าง
there.
คือ
Buzz
ไป
not
ไปเลย
just in
ไปเลย
time. Boaster finds a good shot. And now Fnatic
Bye.
are digging their
Bye.
heels in. They're not
They've
getting
been
the
put back
success
on.
here for DRX and
Wait.
Miller they wanted.
Wait.
A little bit of damage, yes, but now down
Ooh.
the two. Marco and Zest, what do you have to work with here? Zest has a
Ooh.
whole lot apparently, and now it's all on Boaster.
Oh.
Can he buy the time?
แพ้
Pulled away, perfectly played. Running out of pressure, seconds it down to 28. I don't think it got a
โอ้โหโบ๊ท
chance.
ไอ้เหี้ย
Boaster secures Fnatic.
เหี้ยโบ๊ทไปเอาตัวนั้นได้
โอ้โหโบ๊ท
เย็ดเค
Red Bull
เฮีย
โอ้โหโบ๊ทว่ะ
นิ่งจัด
in the pistol round to get themselves on the board.
ไอ้เหี้ยนี่มันกู้ตรงกลางไปแล้ว
Slipping
วะ
through DRX's
แม่งเขามายิง
fingers.
ตรงกลางโดนเลย
Came down to the the back
Yeah,
line.
make my
though.
man
They
up.
really
Sort
did,
of.
yeah, with the nano swarms going
Bang,
down so early as
bang,
well.
bang.
Yeah, it felt like it took an eternity for DRX to really pin down any
บัง
single
บอกมึง
member.
เห็นสิ่งที่เมเนม่าได้ไหมล่ะเออที่เนม่าเนี่ยแม่งกูนึกว่าราชาไอ้สัตว์
ได้อะไร
And
วะ
a sigh of
อ๋อ
relief
ที่ได้เครื่องบินส่วนตัวเฮีย
ทุกอย่าง
on the face of
ทุกอย่าง
Marco.
ที่ราชาแม่งได้อะ
Well, yeah, speaking of relief.
มีคนรับชงคนรับใช้มีเหี้ยมีหมดอะ
Into the back of his
โด
head.
ไม่ได้เยอะกว่า
I just want permanent
โดอะ
mini
จะไม่
cam.
เยอะเท่าอาจจะได้ค่าเหนื่อยแต่ไอเนม่ามันออปชั่นเสริมหนักด้วยไอ้เหี้ย
Boaster picking
They
up where he left
bad,
off from the
they-
last already.
yeah.
Nice amount of impact
Temple.
here. Gonna catch that
โดมัน
back
ไอ
line
เนม่า
pressure
มัน
from the
อายุมันยัง
seaside.
น้อยด้วยมันกำลังพีคๆอยู่
Fnatic take towards A.
Oh, man,
Boaster,
man, man,
another
man.
opportunity and another kill.
Man, man,
Fantastic from him. Eventually overwhelmed, but he's done lovely work.
And Alpha and Leo stacked up towards Sewer here. Imagine DRX is going to try and hold.
น่ะ
เนม่า
เดี๋ยวอีกวัน
Find
ทุ
an
กอย่าง
exit or two if they can.
ไม่เนม่ามันอายุมันยังน้อยเว้ยจริงๆมันยังไปเตะต่อทีมโหดๆได้เว้ยแต่ไม่รู้มันเป็นเลือกที่นั่นได้ไง
เออมันเน้นเงินแล้วอ่ะ
Tag as
เป็น
well.
เน้นเงินเนาะ
Player
ขี้เกียจเนาะ
standing.
There we go, lovely. Good
Man, me, I don't know,
stability
champ, yeah,
now
yeah.
for
Keep going.
Fnatic. 4-stand. Making out with what
Yeah.
really is the lion's share of the purchase anyway. They still keep the Vandal, the Guardian, the Bulldog. They'll be happy enough with that. The first fight back now from DRX coming into this, well, bonus for Fnatic. The first real buy
เล่น
for
สบายนอนเล่นเก
DRX.
ม
And
เล
the
ย
question now that should
จ้าง
be
ไปเตะ
asked
บอลใน
is
สัต
what
ว์
approach do we see? Do we see the
ขอบ
same
คุณครับ
sort of
JJRPDN
ferocious approach to the defense on Haven that we did on Bind? Well, DRX want to potentially test Fnatic even further. Let's go towards Zest, an adjustment of the Viper wall. He's over towards C right now. Durka quickly into sewers.
Oh,
Wow. Zest rewarded on the other side of things.
Get out of my way.
No smokes here.
yeah, that's an issue. They're going to stall out here. Going to depend a little bit more on, I guess, just raw aim and openings and hoping that you find that value. Very hard to slip late game without those smokes. Maybe looking to fold back to that B pressure. Marco's the one on this. And that nice little angle over the top there is going to be rewarded by taking down Leo. Yes, Alpha's crept closer, but what sort of mayhem can this man cause? Still going to be checked on, so they know the position. Alpha, paranoia. Yep, that's found him. Marco, so diligent in holding this.
It's just rock solid.
That's the backbone we're talking about. The more standardized Marco, where he'll get you 2 very critical kills. But now the map just doesn't feel safe at all for the remainder of Fnatic down to Durka and Chronicle.
I'll be playing contact inside double doors here.
จ้ะเรียบร้อยแฟนทอมวิมาแล้วอาร์บีหยิบกระบอกนี้สัตว์ 2-0 นี่เฮีย
25 seconds left. A bulldog in hand and a 1-5.
ฮัลโหลฮัลโหลทำไมอยู่เสียงมันก็กล้องวะ
The timing as well. Force through. Now just 10 seconds left.
10 seconds left.
If even he's able to mop
ไม่
up
แฟนทอม
anyway
แดง
for
นี้
DRX
ด้วย
here.
โอนี้แดงอ่ะเฮียซิกเนเจอร์เขาเลยโอนี้แดงอ่ะมีเขาคนเดียวนะ แฮปปี้มั้งอุ้ย
Chance of an upgrade.
ตอนเนี้ยแฟนาติกอะแฮปปี้ไหม โอ้
Didn't get it. Okay, so
ไม่ได้
bonus
ไม่ได้
not gonna
กู
be
ไปด้วย
converted. They
อาบี
did
บอก
have-
ทำไรน้อง
I think Chronicle at least had the rifle as well, so it was
ไม่ได้แดกกูหรอก
piece that they would have probably liked to be able to kind of do impact with, but not to be. So DRX first posted. No big ults here for them to depend on. We do have that divide
แต้ม
early
เขาไม่พอ
post
เปลี่ยน
after
สี
that. And,
เฮ้ย
I mean, phenomenal start from him. He
เขาใช้
really
สีนี้ครับ
leading the way
เขา
for
ตั้ง
them.
ใจ
I do want to see Durka get into this matchup as well. He was quite absent on map 1. Well, I mean, most of
Well,
Fnatic were
yeah, I
absent.
don't think many of them were present,
Yeah.
to be honest.
ไวเปอร์แม่งโกงเกินเว้ยดูดิ
Oh,
ทุก
yeah.
ทีมใช้เซตอัพเฮียนี่หมดเลยเนี่ย
No
ไอ้ม่านเนี่ย
follow-up.
ตอนกันเนี่ย
The early exchange of utility will force out the drone as well from Leo. Can't find anything in terms of information, but we'll clear some space. Spike not committed just yet, so this feels like a little bit of
แม่ง
a
วุ่น
pro
วายเลยอะม่านมันอะ
from Fnatic. Alpha trying to catch somebody, getting curious in mid.
But I like this adjustment as well. Buzz playing it a little bit differently, but he won't be rewarded the way Marco
มั่ว
was.
นี่หว่าบัส
Distracted by the shock dart coming through to bounce. Beautiful timing from Alpha. But Fnatic immediately regrouping outside A.
So
กับ
DRX.
บีว่ะ
Weird that they shift walk back into A lobby and then it feels
Here
like there's a
กับ B
counter
เขา
call to
รู้
come back once again.
อุ้ย
'Cause they were 4 in lobby here with
เฮีย
Spike.
เรียบร้อย
And an audible has been
เอา
called.
เอาได้เล่น
I don't
ได้
know
เล่น
if
ไม่บีก็
it's
ซี
really
วะ
back
งานนี้
Zest is trying to backfill
สองที่
towards
เพื่อน
B. This is probably the light.
โอ้ย
Oh my god.
That was so quick.
เฮ้ยเซต
That's Durka gone. How can Zest live? It's
เฮีย
looking
หลบ
unlikely.
หลบดีคอน
Spam's there. They've got
โอ้
him.
ตายดี
But
ก
the
ว่า
support's there as well.
Oi,
RB
Abby.
couldn't quite be clean on the first, but Stacks waits to pull the trigger. Spots out
Ooh.
another. RB now played in. It's Poster and Leo, and this has suddenly gone chaotic. Look at Leo at the back. He's got to defend, and he
Leo,
does.
it's that
Keeps
home
Poster
gift.
safe. Popping down some smokes, trying to create themselves some avenues of safety.
Ooh,
But Marco leads
Marco.
on in. Again,
Let Loom.
practical value.
Loom.
It's all on Leo.
Loom.
Back to the side. Back
โอ้
of the team.
Absolute madness.
โอ้โหลีโอ
Put
ว่ะ
him in a cage and he
Yeah.
keeps on swinging. What a round
เฮี
from
ย
Leo.
ลีโอว่ะ
And a must need in that situation as well.
คมมากครับตัวสุดท้ายคมแบบ
Watch it
คมแบบ
Because this was, it was looking like a, DRX coming in, they're clearing everyone up, they've divided and conquered, but this man refusing
Just
to
so
go
clean,
down.
man.
Good job, Leo.
Yeah, they
Good
need a bit
job,
of that.
Leo.
Need a little
ลี
bit
โอ
more of
เก่ง
that
มาก
as
เพื่อน
well.
เก่งจริงครับ
Okay, let's see if they can keep it going now,
King
Fnatic.
of
They've
King
given
เลย
themselves a
ครับ
nice little
ช็อตนี้
springboard
ให้เลย
forward, a confidence
อ่ะ
builder,
ไอ้
but
สัต
not
ว์ 2-1
something you
อย่าง
want
เงี้
to
ย
depend upon. Leo's not going to bail you out every round, and it's not what we normally credit Fnatic
2-1
for. DRX still be a nuisance, still with a very good buy here. Operator is in hand for
Absolutely,
Buzz.
yeah. See, getting closer and closer to some ultimates. Proactivity from Buzz. He's getting very curious down C-Long. They did find Boaster there previously. But the wall, again, adjusted on the side of Zest, kind of enables this to happen.
ตายละไอ้เฮียเนี่ยตายละ
Things coming through, Fnatic trying to set
อ้าว
up
เปลี่ยนปืนเลย
towards
ยิงไม่โดน
A
เมื่อกี้
side.
เปลี่ยนปืนเลย
Problem being coming up against a Killjoy and a Viper. There's so much utility to stall. Flash goes through.
Oh, Fat
Actually
ไม่โดน
misses,
ไอ้
but
เหี้ย
Stack
แต่
still
ว่า
finds Alpha. That's the green light. Fnatic have to push towards A now.
Yeah, but nothing's really affecting them on the site. They're still able to hold these positions. Don't think they cleared the close corner, but they might be aware of its chance. But look at Zest fighting ahead, stalled out again. Fnatic finding it hard to make any sort of impact towards the site. Boaster finally succeeds. Zest goes down, but look at the bodies here.
พวกกูอยู่เยอะมาดิสัตว์
Putting life on the line. Backline is being filled as well by Buzz. He will be there. There is no escaping Fnatic now. They're forced into this situation.
ไม่เอาอาบีบอกหลบ
But still
มาดิ
standing.
ไว้กันซึ่งหน้าไปมาดิเฮียโดนไหม ไม่เท่าไหร่ไม่ได้ติด
DRX find their second.
โดนละกลัวมึงโดน
And
ละ
this was a similar sort of approach we saw on Bind. Prioritize finding somebody, the solo player in the default from Fnatic, removing that, and already it's a solo mission. Yeah,
Bot.
elsewhere on the map, but
ไอ้นั่นบอกไอ้ดูมึงเห็นไอ้โบ๊ทมันวิ่งป่าวะ
they're ready for that to be the
มึงเห็น
immediate
ไอ้โบ๊ท
pivot
มันวิ่ง
from
ป่าวะ
Fnatic. The util goes up, the snake bite slows down any push.
นาโกหายป่วยยังครับหายแล้วครับตอนนี้มาขึ้นเวทีแล้วครับ
Ults here for Fnatic and obviously on the other side for DRX, but the purchase remaining far healthier for DRX squad.
The pings imply a
เชียร์ไม่
faster
ขึ้นว่ะ
pace.
แมปแรกกูก็เชียร์นะไอ้ยัดแม่
They've been having a
13-1
little bit of success here, so maybe not
เหมือนเพื่อนกู
going back to
เป๊ะ
it
ๆเลย
isn't a
เฮีย
bad
ไม่
idea,
เชีย
but
ร์
the counter seeker's going to come out, the counter paranoia,
Run.
and the slowdown on this. Dirk is in, but to what sort of value? Zesk gonna be isolated now, vulnerable swing. Dirk has got him, gets to keep his life too. Spam works, takes down stacks, and a couple of upgrades now available. Sight is
มั่วกัน
there.
แล้วมั่วกันแล้วอะไรวะน่ะ
This will be difficult for DRX to break back through here. Cosmic divide to close off a link here.
Spike planted.
The help command always
Yes, yeah.
gets me, I love it. Ooh.
ฮันแน่ไอ้เฮียนี่จะทิมหลัง
Leo shifts
I
back
think
a
this
ไอ้
little
เฮีย
bit.
นี่จะทิมหลังเซฟดีกว่าครับเซฟดีกว่า
Looking healthy in terms of the finances behind this. Have to concede a fourth
ไม่ไหว
to
โพสแพนครับ
Fnatic.
โพสแพนชุดใหญ่อยู่เฮ้ยวันนี้พี่ได้สั่งไอ้นี่แล้วครับ
And we see Fnatic rely on a similar sort of execution repeatedly
ของ
on the
ของไอ
pistol
เจสัน
round
นะ
here.
เขาเรียกว่าอะไรวะสกินแคร์
But on
บาง
Byron,
ตัวนะ
and
ที่มาสั่ง
usually
ได้
amounts to
บาง
2
ตัวก็ไม่
kills
มี
on top of that.
เนี่ยเดี๋ยวกูจะรอแบบเจสัน
Traditionally concede this, especially with a rolling thunder here. I mean, B-site is a no-go in terms
พี่
of
บูมสติกเกอร์ยังอยากได้ไหมครับอยากได้ครับผมอยากได้มากเลย
Fnatic are
จัดมาเลยตัวเท่าไหร่ครับ
carving a lead for themselves. And it feels fragile still. I feel like, yes, this B hit's working, but there will eventually be a downside to it, and it's very hard to keep finding that repetition of success. And the rest of the map isn't looking as good. I mean, you're getting great value out of Durka here. Everyone's kind of firing up. The ult, yes, as well. Plenty invested into it, but still, I don't want to just see Fnatic depend on this. They're going to force
หน้าคนเรา
DRX
ผิว
to
คนเรา
have
ไม่
to
เหมือนกันนะ
respect
พี่
it,
เหมือนกัน
yes.
ไม่พี่ซื้อบางตัวไง
You know, where do Fnatic then
พี่
lean
ซื้อ
towards off the back of it? They have to find another viable option.
ซื้อโฟมล้างหน้าก็เป็นสูตรอ่อนโยนโอเคพี่ชอบพี่ก็ใช้อ่อนโยนอยู่แล้วแล้วก็ซื้อ
Buzz hasn't necessarily been rewarded too much.
เขาเรียกว่าอะไรวะ
Operator.
เฮ้ยอู้บัต
You heard
There's
me.
the reward.
ที่ใช้ก่อนล้างหน้า
Gonna claim Durka for his own.
cleansing
And control towards C-Long.
น่าจะ cleansing
They could be drifting away from this till they go back to another B
ใช้
hit.
แค่2อันนี้ซื้อมา2อันนี้
I think these sorts of rounds where DRX find a free first blood, and there's kind of 10 to 15 seconds after it, haven't suited Fnatic on map 1.
Oh, a pixel. Buzz. His opportunities aren't going to start dwindling though. They're going to lose a little bit of that burst power though, because Dirk is the one who's been clearing the back line. Going to make it harder to find that.
They don't actually follow through here, so
But also a good push up from Stacks.
ดูไวเปอร์ดิดูมากไวเปอร์ดิมีหลายแบบด้วยเป็นไง
On his own.
if they split 3-1 here and Chronicle loses the
มีหลาย
spike,
แบบครับ
we saw this situation a couple of times on Bind.
He seems
Chronicle
แล้ว
has to
มา
find the
หา
skill
ต้อง
Lord.
แง้มเยอะหน่อยนะ
He's
ต้องแง้มเยอะหน่อยนะ
really, really diligently,
Nii,
and he gets
ngam
it.
dữ.
Takes down Stacks
Back.
now. Marco knows he's in danger. Gonna try and put up his defenses, put down a
Oi.
couple of smokes, trying to keep himself
Ni
safe
khoan
and
bên này bác.
secure. But you can already see the side.
Ôi.
It's closed in on Marco, cleaning up with
Chia
one.
cổ, ai sát.
Dives in, and now it's on Leo. Still
Bùa.
standing. Can he get them another? Can he give them one more round as well? He's got the spike.
Chia
He's
cổ
got
ของ
20
จริงว่ะ
seconds to play with. Long is not going to be safe. RB is going to fill that space.
Round, but will he be able to slip away here?
No!
Zest just catches Leo glancing elsewhere.
แพงไหมเหรอครับ
DRX will find their third.
300-400 ไม่แพง
A
นี่ถือว่าไม่
situation
แพง
where if you just
สำ
look
หรับ
at
ส
that
กิน
from
แค
kind
ร์
of
Bird's eye
ถู
perspective
ก
sort of deal.
เป็นแบรนด์ที่แบบว่าไม่ใช่แบบพวกแบรนด์เนมแบบ
pushing players up time and time again
แบรนด์เกา
on
หลีอะ
extremities to catch early information. And even here, I mentioned on Vine where it's like the way they're playing, going for these 1-for-1 trades actually is favoring them.
ซื้อที่ไหน
It's
มี
really
คอน
something
บี้
you
กับช้อป
typically
ปี้
say
ครับ
about the
ลองหา
defensive
ซื้อ
side
ดู
on any map.
No, absolutely, and it's quite nice to see Buzz being. I just want to listen to Mini. But because I'm not used to seeing Buzz being that kind of combat operator player. Normally, quite a safe pair of hands. He'll get you what his normal work. He'll play that out, but.
มึงอยากได้อะไรมึงก็ Google เอา
Again, kind of re-aggressing towards the side as soon as Marco got traded. He's right there.
แต่พี่เซิร์ชอยู่2แพลตฟอร์มคือคอนบี้นะครับฟังดีนะคอนบี้กับช้อปปี้พี่ไม่ได้ใช้ Google เพราะว่าพี่มีพวกข้อมูลอะไรอย่างเงี้ยอยู่ในนั้นอยู่แล้วแบบที่อยู่เชื่อมบัญชีจ่ายไว้อะไรเงี้ยก็เลยได้เท่าที่มี
They usually coordinate for a retake.
Well, that was what they were notorious for, especially on this map. They were one of the most diligent teams at that. So seeing that variety, that depth coming in here, that small adjustment, it's working really well. And Mini deciding now's the time to try and get a grip back on this game. Last couple of rounds a little too contested, and you can see it there on the timeline. I mean, it has been back and forth. But my issue is that Fnatic aren't finding comfort on these sites. They're still having such a scrap on it here. For DRX, I mean, they're living in Fnatic's head rent-free at this point after map 1. You can see it already. The way they're playing, as soon as they start toying with that idea of that mid kind of pre-take aggression, mid-round aggression, it's going to start bringing back nightmares for Fnatic.
Without a star, I can't pulling them in.
Both trying to coordinate a little bit of a fake over towards A. But again, look at the meme.
เอ้าจะมา4มึงพลาดแล้วไอ้สัตว์
With a deep smoke, he's proactively clearing this space.
I love
พลาดแล้วจะมา4อ่ะน้อง
We haven't seen this side being as kind of pressured, but here's maybe the adjustment from Fnatic looking to try and take garage control, utilize lockdown. That does force a couple of players into a really uncomfortable spot. The ult from Zest there.
Yeah, this is going to prevent the spike from coming down comfortably just yet.
Oh, but can he survive? Go 5 HP. 5
What?
HP.
เหี้ยเขายอมแทงว่ะ
Hey, I think he knows the Dirk is above him, or at least he looked that way.
ฉลาดว่ะยอมแทงว่ะ
Standing. 5 HP is found. Leo's got him dead. Pit now drops, but look at the scrap. Look at the brawling on the site. This is the new DNA to DRX that Fnatic did not expect.
DRX.
This is massive. Man advantage, and they've had to
hold
the plot. The spike is lost. DRX.
Oh my god DRX เฮ้ย
Born again
เหี้ย
here.
มึงมาอยู่กันเป็นฝูงเลยวะไอ้สัตว์
What a hole.
หลังจากไอ้เซตตายปุ๊บแม่ง
Again,
มาอยู่
the
เป็นฝู
Viper
งเลย
spit not
เหี้ย
necessarily amounting to value, but in terms of slowing down, preventing the spike from being
โอ้โห
planted
บัส
comfortably.
ฮึบพับหลบแฟดให้ฮึบพับอีกทีนึงเหี้ย
And you mentioned
เดี๋ยว
it
ก็
as
ปว
well.
ดคอ
The
แย่
scrap that ensues
Sad.
after that is beautiful to witness.
ยาบีโคตรเดือดเลยว่ะ
Oh, what a terrifying team if they can learn to shift gear from the disciplined, passive side that DRX can be, that kind of meticulous team to
ถ้าเป็นลุง
this
น่าจะมองไม่เห็น
chaos,
เหี้ยอะไร
getting into teams' faces, making Fnatic falter. I mean, who is this team? But it ain't done yet. It's 4 apiece.
โอ้โหเฟนติกกลับบ้าน เฮ้ย
Look at
Oh.
Stacks! This is
Oh.
outrageous stuff.
เหี้ยเด็กเล่นโคตรเก๋ามาดิสัตว์
Well, he knows that
He's still going.
ไม่เคยกลัว
a little
แล้ว
bit
ดู
of
ดิ
fear
ดูเฟนติกดิ
Fnatic's heads.
แม่งไม่เหลือที่ให้เล่นแล้ว
They're
ไอ้เหี้ยโดนบีบหมดทุกทางครับ C A เน้นโอ้
Scenes. Yes, Alpha will trade him. Yes, that's a rifle. But look at what they are doing to Fnatic.
Forcing him into a very, very uncomfortable position
มึงไม่ต้องเน้นหรอก
and time again. And now they're about to
ไอ้เอ๋
come back
อ้าว
into an
เพื่อนกันเหรอ
operator potentially outside 8.
นั่นมันพีคใส่กันนะพี่
Thinking
อะ
better of it though.
Spike dropped.
But look at the
เฮ้ย
extremity
โอเค
control.
อันนี้คือเรื่องสติ๊กเกอร์ใช่ไหมครับเรื่องเดี๋ยวเราคุยกัน
Don't
เดี๋ยว
forget your gun out. Chronicle kept you alive by clearing that diligently. You didn't.
Spike
Zest
down,
gonna find
C.
him. Pulls back Boaster. Has to
seconds
try
left.
and clear this with what a sheriff. And Boaster's been pretty good for it. And he still is. Nice work
เฮ้ย
from him.
ยังไงบอส
This is a very tall task.
เพื่อนเลิฟ
Didn't even get a fair fight on the site.
คัดไหม
Trying to. Desperate for it.
Burp.
Another go on it. 15
Burp.
seconds. Tries to get
โอ้โห
on it.
เหี้ย
He's
เกือบโดนไฟ
barely
ตายแล้วไอ้
breathing.
สัตว์
He's
ตาย
been
ดีกว่า
caught and put to bed. DRX take
กด
the
ควัน
lead.
2 อันนึกว่าซุปเปอร์บัสแหม
Could that C-site execute be the turning point of this entire half?
Because it looks like it set him alight.
มึงเน้นยังไงของมึงวะสแต็ก
And
โอ้ย
the difference being now
เหี้ย
that
มึงสวนเร็วไป
across the map. time and time
อุ้ย
again,
โอเค
DRX are the ones
มึงก็แม่น
that
อยู่
take
นี่
the
มา
space. They've continued that trend
เหี้ย
where
แม่
they
ง
weren't
สวนแบบ
necessarily
เป้ง
winning out
เมื่อกี้ภาพ
on
ส
that
โล
front
นะครับ
in the early rounds.
ถ้าภาพปก
Here,
ตินี่คือจี๊ดจ๊าดเลย
they've caused a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of caution in Fnatic's approach here, and they're doubling down.
เมื่อกี้นึกว่าอาจารย์คงไอ้เหี้ย
This time, I mean, Dirk is having a nightmare of a game. 1-6, not a traditional performance from him. Normally, quite key for Fnatic and rarely underperforms. On the other side, Buzz being quite pivotal to these retakes, and this operator's positioning again finds reward. That's Chronicle down.
ว่าจีจีว่ะเนี่ยเฟนาติกเวลามันมึงดูทีมที่เล่นไม่ได้ดิมึงเห็นภาพด่านบายไหมคือไม่รู้มันจะไปไหนไม่รู้จะเริ่มที่ไหนก่อนมันอึดอัดไปหมดเว้ยแล้วดีก็ตัดเรื่อยๆใช้แฟดทำร้ายเขาอะไรเงี้ยด่านบายนะโอ้โหแพ้ไอ้เหี้ยดูดิเล่นหลังบ้านเล่นหลังควันนั่นล้มสงสัยควันนี้ไม่ใช่เบิร์ปั๊บแตกโดดมาแตก
This guy is the wonder kid, but he's going to need something more than what we've been expecting from him so far. 5 kills. He's going to need 3 more.
เฟรติกสู้ไม่ได้นะโอ้ยเหี้ย
seconds.
เฮ้ยมึงเฟดอะไร
Here we go.
โดนเพื่อน
1v2.
หรือเปล่าไม่รู้ตะโกนก่อน
Gonna force bars off this angle. You can see him
อ้าว
from
แพ้นะ
this.
แพ้นะ
15 bullets.
ฟาเจอร์ตึงนะ
25 seconds now. Trying to toy with the timing, trying to catch Marco, but they're closing the gap. The net's getting tighter. He's looking for a fight. He spotted a leg. He knows he's got a bit of time
ฟาเจอ
here.
ร์ตึงจัดนะบอกเลย
He's trying to find the fight. Oh, Buzz got him. DRX now taking the lead further from Fnatic. Is this happening?
I almost can't believe what we're witnessing. Again, you put Fnatic in a couple of coin toss rounds, and with this roster, what we've seen time and time again is them digging themselves out of those spots.
ไอเซตมันเล่นอย่างเงี้ย
Look at map 1
ไอเซตมันเล่นอย่างงี้แล้วไอฟ็อกซี่นายมันจะได้เล่นไหม
to actually see that in terms of the stats and how DRX, like I said,
ก็น่าจะนั่งยาวแหละ
playing
ไอเด็กนั้น
towards trades that usually wouldn't favor a team, but isolating 1 or 2 players time and time again on Fnatic is such a hard task.
เฮียที่มันเอาลงในลีกอ่ะมันเป็นในลีกเว้ยพอเพย์ออฟมันก็ไม่ได้เล่นรอบลึกๆมันไม่เล่นคือแม่งเก็บประสบการณ์ในเฉยในลีกมันแพ้ได้ไง เฮียก็คุณนึกว่า
It's gonna be sorry, yeah, because it's all that's worked for them. But Marco this time,
นึกว่าของ
he
จริ
did
ง
really
เนี่
well
ย
before. Bear in mind, and that's when Leo just
ที่ไหน
got
ได้
popped
เขา
off.
แค่ลองข
That
อง
was one of the 4 rounds they've been given. Paranoia, nice. Gonna slow down and isolate Durka a little. And this time,
เฮ้ยเดิน
Marco
มั่วปะวะ
knocks him. The divide's gone in
นั่
as
นดูด
well.
เพื่อนมึงเลย
Stepped into the gravity well there.
มึงเดินเข้าไปทำไม
Maybe just caught in it and committed to the peak, but punished here, and Fnatic have to freeze.
They don't know what they've lost complete sight of the map now.
เอา
They
เดิน
don't
มา
know
คุย
what's
กูดิ
happening. You could already see that Stacks adjusted towards C just in case that rotation was coming in. But actually, it is just the pause, as you highlighted for Fnatic. They just take a second here. But the divide's now gone. They're working back in without Durka and without a lot of that utility.
Right there.
เย็ดแล่
Into this same
ขอ
spot
อนุญาต
once
ขึ้น
again.
ป้อมใหม่
We're back B site.
same spot
They're so paranoid about the flank too.
เฮ้ยไม่เห็นเฮียเลยโกะบอกให้มุม
But
เนี้ย
look at what Fnatic usually do with this sort of time is to fake
นอกเซต
somewhere.
จากมันขึ้น
They've
มัน
just
ขึ้นกับ
cut time, cut noise,
นั่นน่ะ
and sat outside B. Alpha's the only person that's active on the map right now, and he's moving in
30
spawn.
seconds left.
เรียบร้อย
Okay, they've been noted again. Re-smoke towards main. They have to go on this 20 seconds. They've got to try and make this work. And Marco is still a problem. Going to be forced out here, but can he take one with him? Not yet. Boaster removes Zest, but Marco's still here. There's still no spike plant. The lockdown's coming in now. This is all getting a little close.
แหวงเลย
What are you going to be doing here? This is
Wait.
Alpha's time apparently, but it's still RP alive.
เอาแพ้ปะ
They're
เนี่ย
going to find a plant just in time. And it's a 1v2.
RB left to try and recover here. Alpha with a lockdown, very healthy. Chronicle down to 51 HP. No utility to work with here.
อย่างนี้ยากแล้วครับ
Can he get that clean fight? I don't think he does. Oh my god! Oh my
โอ้
god! Oh my
NT ครับ NT ครับ
god!
And Alpha left it. A little late there to re-swing on it. Luckily, still
Last
finds the
round
kill.
before the switch.
Lockdown retained as well. A 5th on the board for Fnatic.
30 seconds left.
And a chance to tie things up on the half.
อันตีดีว่ะ อันนี้ตัดสินใจอันตีดีจัดเลยว่ะ
Just go back and watch some of these rounds. A cover the scoreboard, cover the names, because it doesn't look like Fnatic.
It does.
That just becomes so chaotic on B site. Where they're usually so good at maximizing, you know, that downtime, that freeze time, some of the mid rounding.
เอ้าไอ้เหี้ยมาหาบอสเซตได้
We know that.
อยากลองของใช่สัตว์
Zest. That's players seen. Ready for the pressure.
Durka has
not been having a good time on these entries. He's been really struggling here. You can see them trying to isolate and fight him out, but Alpha's the one to be rewarded. Leo on the follow-up, and this time, finally, Fnatic start to get everything in line. Speaking of a line, the back line about to be tested here. Leo flashed off, comes back around. This is the Fnatic you want to be seeing. The clean, meticulous machine that could just eviscerate players. DRX this time, not finding that comfort.
Buzz, a 1v5, operator in hand. One off the blade storm.
เหี้ยปืนเกาะน้ำแข็งเลย
Time ticking away here.
ปืนน้ำแข็งเกาะสิ
Fnatic will be granted the chance to tie things up. The lockdown just to seal the deal. Buzz a spring in his step now, but Leo good for the third. A prime gaming flawless to round out the half.
Could we get to a couple of other questions with this? As Buzz taking towards middle. Chronicle going to be shouldering the angle and fall off from this, but early contact. Still above a minute here.
Not necessarily any wins across the map just yet. Zest with a deep position here.
ชิบหายแล้วมา A
What sort of danger he's in
เฮ้ย
now.
แล้วเดเก้18
Zarbi a chance to find Boaster, but he's showing presence here. Be able to retreat away.
เดเก้18ครับผม
becomes a real possibility.
He needs a big round here. Perfect start to find Marco, but falls. And now they've got a bit of safety towards long. They've been able to know that. They know exactly what's going on. Oh, Buzz! You have no right to be doing that. And yes, chip damage achieved, but still 4 players to the 3.
โดนปืนพกมานี่
Fnatic looking
รีคอนไปก่อน
This play back through 2 towards hell, 1
แล้ว
touch
คอร์สไฟกันอยู่แล้วสไตล์เกาหลี คอร์สไฟ
here.
เกาหลี
Divide and conquer, a couple of flashes.
คอร์สไฟเกาหลีว่าไง โอ้โหเอาไป1 ควัน
So many issues though.
And look at Test.
โอ้ยากแล้วครับ
Space, he's cleared this. He's making sure no one's coming through here. And Alpha's not getting what he wants either. The turret's going to go through, maybe turn some attention away.
อุ้ยหลบสตัน
But given a chance. Enough for Leo.
เฮ้ย Leo.
Buzz still standing.
เฮ้ย
Still fighting. Near on with the 5. But it's down to the 1v1. And look at the time.
โอ้อาบีครับ
Reaper in the end.
ที่อาบีคืออ่านว่าแบบมึงจะจุ่มใช่ไหมสัตว์ได้
Half off.
โอ้โหเมื่อกี้ใครข้างใต้ว่าบัตเหรอ บัตค
And
ม
then
จั
when
ด
it
เลยวะ
blooms, I mean, it pissed around. That decay becomes such an issue for them.
Yeah.
I mean, the key kill here for me is this one.
Oh, bad.
That is
So
just
unfair.
ดูบัตดิ
outrageous.
บล็อก
Felt unfair.
บล็อกโอ้โห
Because even their stacks
นี่
is
ถ้าไม่ได้
that
บัตนะแย่
extra body.
ถ้าไม่ได้บัตนี่แย่เลยครับ
Fnatic on the retake
บัตของจริง
is huge. Pistol on the board for DRX.
You just get that weighty feeling on your chest for
Yeah.
Fnatic. You know that now you got your work cut out.
Especially when you look at initial C-site stack here. DRX, no chance to really figure it out. Window of opportunity of a free A
เมื่อ
site.
กี้ตันเฟลนะเฮียตันไม่โดนนะน่ะอุ้ยโอ้โหมาแล้วครับอพยพวิ่งกันโคมคามอุ้ยได้ยินเสียงมั้ยปะน่ะไม่ได้ยิน
I
วะ
want to see him to be the
ไม่ได้ยิน
forward probe
เป็น
here,
แม่งย่อง
especially
ไอ้สัส
being the only one with a ghost as well.
There's a couple of sheriffs out here, isn't there?
How deep does Boaster go exploring?
Oh.
Don't think he's spotted on the cross there. This is the pre-fire now, he will be.
เห็นนะ
Zest immediately relaying that information.
Oh, big shot from Durka.
เหี้ย
Takes
เดี๋ยว
out Marco
สัต
and
ว์คม
alleviates
จั
the
งนะ
pressure from long, so they
Stacks
can.
has to get this weapon now.
Yeah, he
Yes,
did.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, so that doesn't slip away from them. And I like this kind of like pack mentality we're seeing from Fnatic here. Bringing all 3 players, now going to make it 4 if you kind of throw Leo into the mix towards this B site. And do they try and pressure? They've been stalled. They can't. But it has denied the plant.
เอาเฮ้ยไปไหนอะ
DRX left. Try and recover now with 30 seconds left.
ฮะ
Now there is.
อ๋อเข้า A ไปแล้ว
Zest has found a ton
เชี่
of
ย
But you have to take these
DRX.
risks with Fnatic in this round.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to do too much on your own. It's whether or not they're even considering it. And there was a little bit of a step there towards Chronicle, maybe
มึ
considering.
งดู
the
เซต
fact
เล่นดิ
but the Bulldogs
เย็นแร่ชนะเลย
Yeah. The orbs there.
การเดินของเซต
Ain't
ครับ
happening for him.
โอ้ my holy shit
Once again, forced into a retake position here on A site. A 4v4 this time around, but The weapons heavily favoring DRX. To set up another
เหี้ย Foxy9 ทำได้ปะ
here towards CT.
เฮ้ยโอ้โถโดดอะไร
No one swung with him either.
โดดอะไร
Solo and Devon, pretty
กลับบ้านไป
frustrating, but
มาอีกดิ
was getting away
อ่ะ
with murder, basically. Yeah, not a problem.
Ow.
Not a problem at all at the end
มีเหี้ย
there.
นั่นลัดช็อต
Liked the idea initially, but it fizzled out.
Another example of how much value DRX get from the Viper here. The wall to allow a lurk up into sewers, but also a
Morning
late
ครับ
presence
Morning
into
ทุก
B
คนนะ
side
ครับ
as well.
เดี๋ยวจบ
As
นี้
soon as
พี่
that
บูมขอ
rotation
ตัว
comes
นะ
through, they feel a
แล้ว
little
เรา
bit
เจอกัน
of
อีก
pressure
ที
on
น่า
A
จะ
side.
วัน
They
ที่
know they have
25 เลยหรือเปล่า
to work with
เหมือนจะ
on
หยุด
the other side of that wall.
หยุดกี่วันวะแชทไม่รู้อะแต่วันที่ไม่มีอะพี่ขออนุญาตหยุดเลยแล้วกันครับ โอเคไหมพี่บูมหยุดครับ ใครไม่หยุดบูมหยุดครับ
Oh, please
หยุด
don't
โดยไม่มี
bring
รายการ
Fanatics mental with
อาจจะมาเอ้ยเราเจอกันทีวันพุธไม่
Balls near on Poe.
เราเจอกันทีวันพุธครับวันพุธพี่มาแจกของนะวันพุธอะ
Oh, I see.
Durka
วันพุธมา
Durka,
แจ
yeah.
กของนะครับสกิน Valorant Champion
Challenge, you take a
Bundle
3 to 10. Yes, you do.
Bundle เลยนะ
Knives removed
ใคร
here.
ที่ยังไม่มีเตรียม
One of the biggest credits that you'll ever see with Durka is his ability to mentally reset. Bad game or not, he can reinvent himself. In this round, you're seeing a reinvention of Fnatic. 5 standing, not looking pressured in these solo endeavors. Now, Marco's found space. How much can he do with it
2v4
ใช่ครับ
with
และ
5
แอฟริ
HP
กา
for Marco.
if they lose
Bulldog,
this?
yeah, a bulldog in
เฉพาะ
hand.
คนที่
Stands.
follow ช่องแอฟริกาครับ
Will go
เดี๋ยวเราจะ
so
มี
severely in the bin that
เอาง่ายๆเชื่อดิมีคนไม่ follow เยอะ มีคนไม่ทำเยอะ แค่เรากรอกข้อมูลนะครับแล้วก็กด follow เดี๋ยวเอามาให้เดี๋ยวเอามาให้พรุ่งนี้ เดี๋ยวเอามาให้พรุ่งนี้ครับ แค่พวกมึงทำอะไม่เสียอะไรสักอย่าง ร่วมสนุกได้หมดเลยครับ ร่วมสนุกได้หมดเลย
so it looks like they're going
แล้วแจก3รางวัลมั้งหรือ2เนี่ยไม่แน่ใจแต่ต่ำๆมี2นะครับคือถ้าทางฟูเซนน่ะให้พี่แจก2พี่จะเพิ่มของตัวเองส่วนหนึ่งไปอีก1ถ้าเขาให้แจก1พี่ก็จะเพิ่มอีก1เป็น2โดนปะ
No, he's not. Alpha's gone away with it. So he should get played in perfectly, and he has the spray. Oh, that's not good, but Durka is there, safe in the end. With 3 standing, they weather the storm.
ถ้ามีแล้วแจกอะไรแทนอีแล้วก็ไม่ได้อะไรดิ
Utility being the first question on the back of that. Beautiful confirmation on the second as well with the recon assist from Leon.
มีแล้วว่าคนอื่นนี่ครับรอเฮียล่ะ
Who's Leon?
Leon with the recon.
Is he your mate?
Yeah.
Oh, Leon, give him a call.
Yeah, no, like that.
ก็บอกแล้วกิจกรรมนี้คนเล่นน้อยทำพรุ่งนี้ทันไหมทัน
Fnatic
ทำวัน
build
นั้นเลยยัง
towards
ทัน
The lockdown and the blade storm of their own.
The early moves.
And the thing I'm conscious of is actually Fnatic are actually
เสียเวลาไหมกดแล้วไม่ได้กูตัดชื่อยี่นี่คนแรกเลย
success outside B.
เดี๋ยวกูจะตัดแม่งออกจากช่องนี้ด้วย
Zests value from
จะได้ไม่เสียเวลามานั่งดู
Oh, this is nice. There we go. There's that combination you want to be seeing as well. Durka and Leo, or Leon, however you want to call him, working in unison. Really nice throughout that regular season.
ไอดีนอก
And we're seeing that starting to
อะไร
be
คือ
built in
Adinok
here.
วะ
Some of those key pillars of what make Fnatic so hard to handle. But speaking of, DRX have freedom and sold a bit of a ruse. So
เอา
Zex
มั่ว
goes
ละ
down.
เด็ก
No
มึง
one's
ทำอะไร
taking
นี่
full bait to this. They have a completely free C site.
Spike will go down.
เริ่มมั่วละเด็กเริ่มมั่วแล้วนะไอสัตว์
5 here.
อุ้ยดันว่ะ
DRX. Paranoia
Good
invested
paranoia.
early to try and
my
Ow.
find something. Buzz has found the first.
เอาแล้วโบสหันทำไมอ่ะ
More than something, he finds 2. Bringing it back down to at least touching distance here. Oh, Alpha doesn't want any of it. They finally got a grip.
โอ้โบสเล่นไม่ดีเลยอ่ะโบสน่าจะต้องอ่านได้นะเว้ยว่าเขาจะดันอ่ะ
Starcy
Boston.
Durka activate.
Oh,
Alpha
yeah.
coming online. Leo setting up those plays.
They do
We
that.
love to see. This is Fnatic starting to build back in.
Tie things up. DRX should have an opportunity to purchase back in here. Marco the only concern.
ได้
here,
ครับได้ดีต่างประเทศก็
3500.
ได้ครับ
But the big positive, Fnatic actually preemptively setting up to deny some space.
Yep.
Saw DRX run away with that game on bind.
ตรงนี้น่าจะแมป3อ่ะ
Denying a key piece
แน่
of
นอน
utility in the form of
ส่ง
Zest
แล้วแมป3 Fnatic ก็กลับมาชนะ
at least in terms of the B
พระเอก
side
เหรอ
application.
ตามสไตล์พระเอก
อ่ะ แต่แบบนี้น่าจะ OT
Down available blade storm here for Fnatic.
To Similar look, isn't it?
กับ3จบเที่ยงพอดีอะ
Busted turret.
โอ้โห
Pressure on RB there.
Yeah.
Looks like it just
Look
got
at Alpha.
smoked off. Yeah, it's been
Alpha's-
smoked off as well.
He's put an alarm
ถาม
bot
ขนาด
in
นี้นอน
serious
ดีกว่า
and
มั้ง
he's just waiting to put the lockdown.
Mình
Look
nguồn
at
quên
how
sạc.
Fnatic are exploring.
RB, I don't know how much he
Hại là
knows
RB
or
một
how
cuối
much
đó.
he considers. Maybe just Durka's doing this sort of walk, and the stall comes in as well over towards
They're
A.
going to pinch the
They
backside of the
are
lockdown.
herding them around. This is Fnatic.
มึง
in
เอาสั
full
กทาง
force
เถอะ
here.
RB
Beautiful pinch work. Trying to pull him in. Maybe get Durka to be able to see him. Has to smoke it off though. Dash comes in. Spots another.
Ôi.
Durka delivering on all
พี่ RB เล่นไม่ดีเลย
DRX now cornered. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
Abu.
what you want to be seeing. Oh, easy Tiger. Zest almost
พี่
out of
RB
there.
เอาทุกทางเลยยัดแม่
Run that back for me, step by step this, because that was a Fnatic piece.
Absolutely beautiful. A textbook hallmark Fnatic round. The preemptive lockdown to almost shepherd DRX back into A lobby, and the utility is just perfection.
เนี่ยแผนนี้เหมือนเคย
Conor
ใช้
Guida
นะ
the first to strike with the aftershock here.
Marvelous.
ทำไมฟันโค้ดทาง
Again,
เอ็มนาติกเหลือง
and
อะ
that's
หรือ
always
มัน
the
เป็น
thing
เพ
when
ราะ
we
กล้อง
look at Fnatic, seeing those rounds come out is just
มึง
brilliant.
มึงก็
And
ไป
that's a
สังเกต
return to
นะ
character. We haven't had many examples of
เขา
that
รัก
so
พ่อ
far.
That's true.
In the first map particularly, but Haven, like I said, constantly playing from behind, testing the Leo clutches.
คำถามแบบนี้พี่บุ้มจัดให้เส
Beyond
ม
the
ออยู่แล้วครับ
professional.
ไม่ต้องห่วง
That was the reference. If you're curious.
I'm glad you made that one. Yeah, intentional.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smells like a time with a knife. Oh. Damn. However, DRX have opportunities here, right? It's still within touching distance, so let's kind of flip the script a little. What can they do? They've kind of, it feels like they've fallen back into a more traditional approach to the map. Not quite, oh, is that KJ?
It is KJ, yeah.
Oh, look, hey, fans.
We sound crazy because I don't think
I know you can't see on the stream yet, but it's just for in-house. But
We
shout out
need the
to
red
the
guard
crew.
dance.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, dance cam. But shout out to the crew who've come and chilled out in the audience. Appreciate you guys.
ใช่ครับถูกร้อน
however
ถูกร้อน
8 to 9. We can focus in front of us a little bit here. Let's kind of drill in on this. Yeah, DRX kind of going back to more of a traditional look, it seems. Not quite as hyper-aggressive, not in that same sort of way. So playing a more standardized game, yes, it's still testing Fnatic, but you're starting to see that game getting a little bit more par for the course.
กิจกรรม
Seeing that
จะ
kind of
เป็นแบบ
refinement come back to some of these rounds.
ไม่รู้ว่ามีคนเคยเห็นไหมนะ ที่มันเป็นเกมใช่ไหม
Executed.
แล้วมันก็เป็นเหมือนแบบ
So we were talking about in the first
ลาง
half, how
แล้วก็
cautious,
พอ
how hesitant
ใคร
some of
กด
the rounds
เล่น
were.
อ่ะ ชื่อของเราอ่ะ มันจะไปอยู่ในนั้นแล้วเป็นลูกบอล
Have
กิ้ง
as
กิ้ง
much pressure in terms of the scoreline. This adjustment of
เงื่อนไข
Alpha
ก็จะ
opens
เป็น
more
แล้วแต่
lane.
ลาวอะไรเงี้ย ใครที่เข้าคนสุดท้าย อะไรอ
The
ย่างเงี้ย
second
ก็
prong
ได้
to
ไป
really addressing this wall.
แต่แน่นอนครับที่หนึ่งจะไม่มีทางได้
DRX gonna try and find that value
กูไม่เอาที่หนึ่งแน่นอน
Boaster could be
กูตัดทิ้งเลย
isolated.
ที่หนึ่งอ่ะ ใครได้ไปก็นั่นแหละเรื่องของมึงอ่ะแชมป์
Quite nearby. Fully
กู
paying
จะเอาที่แบบ
attention here, but a
ที่
big gear shift, right?
ที่
This
สุ
is
ด
a
ท้าย
very
อะไร
passive,
เงี้ย
deeper hold,
คืออะไรวะ
excluding Alpha's little excursion towards sewer.
แจกของ
Chronicle
รางวัล
in a bit of trouble, but bailed out by Boaster as Zest goes down. Oh, that's a nice follow-up there for Boaster. Calling in the cavalry, you got the rest of them flooding the site, but now we look towards C, a quick pivot, but it's Durka. Just slipping ahead. Stacks though! Thought he got a bit of timing there on Leo, he didn't, and no one got the drop on Durka. There we go, starting to get back
โดนแล้ว
into
วะ
it.
เริ่มโดนแล้ววะ
The Prime Gaming flawless.
Double digits on the board for Fnatic. Viper's Pit available.
แรนดอมจัดแบบนั้น
Touching distance, Marco does have the TP. DRX
Yeah.
almost walking into this expecting a very, very loose B-side hold, but
แล้วมันไม่ดีเหรอแรนดอม
actively peeking and then Boaster very preemptive.
มันต้อง
Stop
เจาะ
any
จ
sort
ง
of
เหรอ
threat from, I mean, starting to develop
ไอ้ยิน
there.
เริ่มโง่ขึ้นทุกวี่
I
ทุก
just
วัน
love how
มึง
slippery Fnatic are with
Dù
that
cái
sort
hiệu
of thing.
bên
Like,
giữa.
let's say you were starting to try and address that mid-aggression we've been seeing coming out. Okay, now they've got a really passive hold. Very hard to keep a little bit of a
เฮ้ย
boost
จะ
on,
ตาย
but
ห่าแล้วไอ้เหี้ยบัส
Buzz getting backhanded there. I think just from the
แล้ว
smell.
แบบ3สปิดไง
ไอ้เหี้ยมันดันรัวๆเลยเว้ยเฮ้ยไอ้
แบบ DRX จัดเลยอ่ะ
Take the heal from
ไอ้
Stacks.
เหี้ยแฟนติกอะโคตรนักเลงอะ
Basically, the entirety of it. Boaster posted up now towards C. Actually retreating away. Re-explore maybe towards
แจก
Garage
กี่โมงอะครับ
with Leo. Leave C site open and
6 โมง
DRX
มั้งถ้าจำไม่ผิด
poised.
เริ่ม
to
6
take
โมง
that
อะแต่ไม่
space.
เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้พี่มาบอก
Yeah,
เดี๋ยวพรุ่ง
no
นี้พี่
info
บอก
middle should be quite indicative that C site should be
6 โมงเช้า
the
อ่ะ
next target here, but Zest.
โมงเย็น
Oh,
ดิ
now
สั
this
ต
is
ว์
different. Zest with a late challenge over
เฮ้ย
towards
เฮ้ย
A.
รีบเดินไปไหนอะ
Oh,
โอ้โห
oh wow.
take the kill.
เรียบร้อยเลย
โหไม่เช็คด้วย
ฟูลคอนโทรล
เอ้ามาหากันไม่เจอ
เจอดิสัต
Oh
ว์
my word.
มันจะไม่เจอได้ไงเพื่อน
เปิดบ้านนะหาย
I'm actually at a loss of words. See, he could play this incredibly smart, right? Get the clear, get DRX are going
มึงโดนลงดาบแน่
โอ้แล้ว
นั่น
โดน
ไง
สองโดนส
This
อง
was
แน่
all a fake. They've got the site. Yes, Stacks is there. Yes, that's fine.
ไอ้เหี้ยมันโชคดีจังวะ ที่มันไม่ได้โยกมาวะไอ้เหี้ยทำไม DRX ไม่โยกมาวะกูอยากรู้
Now the one that's really at
แม่ง
risk.
ตั้งใจเอามาเฟกไอ้เหี้ยไม่ยอมโยกมาเว้ย
Respecting it for the time being. Sitting all the way back on C site. In towards garage now. Buzz got to be careful.
Both
Còn
in a
khắp
weird
sống
way,
dính
because otherwise
nó.
they're all funneling in from that A connector
Sống
side, so it's
dính
going to be
đều
RB.
là new
That's
boy.
done, Flashy does, comes back around, catches both players. Huge work
ไอ้
from
เหี้ยเฟรติก
DRX.
แพ้หน้าควันจริงนะเว้ยตั้งแต่ด่านบายแล้ว
Slowly creeping around
คือถ้า
himself
เล่นใกล้
here.
ควันทีไรแพ้ทุกที
There's a monumental task at hand, and I think he
6 โมง
knows
เช้า
it
แจก
in
ให้
this
ใครไอ้
round.
ควายหยุด
DRX. Fabulous,
Yeah,
but
บอก
my
กัน
God,
ดีๆก็
did
ได้
Fnatic take the
ไม่เห็น
bait
ต้อง
on
ด่า
that
เลย
one.
หลวงพวกหลวงพี่เปล่า
We saw some examples of this on Bind as well, where DRX just have
คนเรามันก็พูดจาภาษา
options at their
กับไม้
disposal.
ได้
ซับสไครต์ครับ 17 เดือนของมาครับ
Making absolute use of the dead time, the space around the map. Even there, you're hoping Alpha takes it
You kind of are. Obviously,
early
he
enough. I
doesn't
mean,
know.
that didn't really become a factor in the round
No.
regardless.
RB
I
มันหล
mean,
บแฟด
I guess it pulled 3 players
ตึง
over
ตัง
towards
วะ
that A
คืออะไรวะ
connector.
ตึงตังไงเพื่อนเสียงดังอ่ะ ไอ้เหี้ย
Maybe playing out, hoping he'd get that, you know, god
ตึงตัง
tier
อ่ะ
trigger discipline, but
I mean, you have to move to the A lurk from a B site execute, so
yeah.
call
เอ้ย
it
เอา
a
กู
tick
ด้วย
box regardless.
เหี้ย
หลบแฟกเสียงดังอ่ะเพื่อน ตึง
DRX
ตังอ่ะ
starting slow.
มึงเคยขึ้นบันไดตึงตังเวลาแม่ด่า
หลบดังเจอ
มาอ๋อเมาส์มันกระแทกหรือเปล่าเมาส์กระแทกคีย์บอร์ด
That was just a moment
ตึงตัง
that felt like a
ต่อยกลับไอ้เหี้ย
DRX. They haven't been stringing these together as much.
โอ้หลบ
Key
ดังจัด
ultimates now. Very close by.
เอ
Not
อ
far off his. You do have the pit for Zest, but
Đúng
Dirk
rồi,
on the angle,
Ồ.
and he's delivered it.
คมจังอ่ะเพื่อน
Buzz goes down. That's the first
โด
hit.
นได้ไงอ่ะ
As Fnatic starting to really tilt the
อย่าวิ่งผ่าน
scales
ไปแล้วโด
again.
นไอ้เหี้ยขี้โกงปะวะ
See if Stacks and Zest decide to try and find something towards B. They have Marco. Close proximity now as well. Do have the pit available.
อันติดื้อ
Can be very difficult to deal with
Oh,
on B
that
side. Poster.
paranoia.
Yeah.
He hasn't-
Forced back yet, but doesn't really feel any pressure.
Well, he's been given freedom on this, yeah. Well, I guess the movement there from Sax almost caught him off guard,
Oi.
but he's done really well. And there was no follow-up
30
check
seconds
towards that.
left.
No backing up
Yep,
that
right.
paranoia as Durka
เฟอร์นาติกมาแล้ววะ
takes away RB as well, leaving it all down to Zest.
มัน
Nothing
มา
but
แล้ว
Fnatic.
เฟอร์นาติก
มันมาแบบ
Real
3 แล้วครับ
stability
จบ
coming in.
เที่ยงแน่
มัน
ๆ
เสกให้กูอีกแล้วไอ้เหี้ย
เด็กให้บูมนอนเช้า
Fnatic get themselves up to 11. Force DRX back
Ủa,
down to
phải
an
chơi đi.
uncomfortable position in terms of options here. I feel like this
Giờ
A
tăng
side
lên.
hold by
Kháng
Alpha's
quá.
really been
อารมณ์
tested.
ค้างวะ
DRX beginning to look a little linear, and the
มันหมั่นเขี้ยวอะไรขนาดนั้น
starting
วะ
to show for Stacks.
มันขนาดนั้น
Lots
เลย
of
เหรอ
options here with ultimates though. A lockdown may be the answer to Alpha's A site hold, or at least to force him off the site. Maybe even the Viper's pit. We know how much pressure they're able to create just on the back of the poison orb towards spawn. Maybe something else
ตึง
for
ตัง
DRX
วะคู่นี้
maybe considering coming
ตึง
into
ตัง
round
ว่าตึงตังวะคู่นี้ไอ้เหี้ย
ตึงจัดอะ
ตึงตังนี่ตึงอยู่แล้ว
โอ้
Back out, and just a pause for a second. I also do want to give a little bit of a nod to the mental reset that Durka went through in the second half,
ตึง
especially.
ตัง
coming
จัด
in.
อะ
I mean, he had a shocking start to the map. Didn't have massive
Tình
impact
tăng
even
toi.
on map one, but now to be sitting at the top end with Alpha, who is always going to be just rock solid. He's
ตึง
one of those
ตัง
players.
ต้อ
So
ยเฉ
at this
ย
point, going forward, we look towards what
Tình
the
tăng
buy
tốt
is as well
gì
for
sao?
DRX.
เอ้า
Gonna
มา
be
ถึงกูได้
suffering
ไง
in some areas, but wonder if they can fashion a full purchase.
งงวะ
Placing swarm grenade. Alarm bot out.
similar
Placing
setup.
swarm grenade.
Slight adjustment on the utility from Alpha. Might just be an
มาสักอย่างดิเด็
เดี๋ยว
ก
พรุ่งนี้มาบอกครับเรื่องกิจกรรมเดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้มาบอกเดี๋ยวหาสรุปมาให้
split this a hold from
รอ
Short
รอ
Cubby and Heaven. TP
เดี๋ยวบอกในเพจ
is a pace change for DRX.
โอ้โห
I don't
อุ๊ย
think he's
โอ้โห
noticed
ใช้
yet.
หมดเลยเหรอ
Alpha's going for the punish.
ไอ้เหี้ย
It's
จัด
such a beautiful read.
เหี้ยโดนเขาหลอก
Alpha is just holding this one so
โดน
safe.
เขาหลอกอยู่นะ
And
ไอ้
now
สัต
they're
ว์
struggling to find the
เรียบร้อย
impact.
ไม่
Look
เช็ค
at Leo's position.
ดูต้อง
Gets
รู้
rewarded. Most is there by his side, and now down to the last two. They're not going to be having the time of their lives here. Buzz can't isolate the kill, and now just down to RP on the road.
เซตมาแมป3ว่ะ
ยิงไม่โดนด้วยแหละ
มันเป็นเซตมาแมป3
เรื่องของเรื่องนะยิงไม่โดนเลย
12 on the board. Now one more. They've made it away from the horror show of map 1.
It's just fantastic to see them set up like that and DRX play straight into it. Punishment here on the TP. Obviously Leo being the second layer this time around. Really even relied upon too much.
Wow! 2 frags! Let's go!
Really well.
แต่ดีก็เข้ารอบลึกทุกรอบเลยนะ
We're up to map point now. Force a map 3
มาตรฐานดีจัด
will be split.
ตายหาอีกเหี้ยโดนสไนอัลฟาเจอร์ยิง โอ้โห
There's one noted here, and maybe a question mark actually if it's Alpha that's noted
เหี้ยนี่แม่งพีค
with
แส
an
บดี
operator
ว่ะ
in hand. It could be a little bit of a red herring. Blade Storm's available, so out of the realm of possibility that the operator is passed over.
ใครเสียงใครดูเฮี้ยอะไรวะ
ผีหลอกเปล่ายุดเหี้ยไม่มีนะ
The closer they get towards Durga, who does
ไม่ไม่
have
เสียง
that
ใน Discord
So if they decide to go towards B, you've got Boaster, who's been actually very, very solid. And a re-explore down towards short. This time does Zest get the better of Alpha? Oh, Alpha. There's
Muddy.
position between the two of
Muddy.
them. I think he is going to be rewarded.
เรียบ
Checked
ร้
on
อย
a little
มา
late,
แล้ว
but
มันมาจ
Alpha,
ริงด้วย
I mean, you just don't get
ไอ้เหี้ย
it.
เดินไปเดินมาจนตาย
He
ไอ้สัต
has
ว์
been
แค่บุกไม่เข้าเลยเหรอวะ
absolutely rock
เว้ย
solid. DRX looking to burst towards the B side, trying to be stalled out by Chronicle. Buzz can be able to close up
Oh.
the gap. No, he can't.
ไอ้เหี้ยกระโดดขึ้นไปติดข้างบนในสัตว์
Taking his stacks now, the last one
กระโดด
alive.
ขึ้นไปติดข้างบนเย็ดแร่โคตรสวย
Brilliant mental reset from map 1, coming back
Oi,
out,
oi, oi, oi,
firing
oi, oi.
on all cylinders. This game deserved a third, and we are going the distance.
It closes out with a Prime Gaming flawless. Always fitting for Fnatic's performance here on Haven. DRX time and time again just trying to post somebody up in an awkward position, cause problems for Fnatic.
แม่งโดดขึ้นไปติดข้างบน
The structure standing up to the test this time around. What a response from Fnatic. Around Buzz and Stacks here on split to be the ones to set DRX to cause a massive upset.
Marco, run boy run. They are on
Run,
your
motherfucker!
heels. And actually Dirk is the one who finds Buzz first.
Oi.
Response is quick.
Oi.
DRX get 2, 3 back on the board. And now looking at what remains, we've got Chronicle last one alive, who's putting up a damn
2-1
good fight.
2-1ยังไง
The upgrade to the gun
ยังไง
now has a big
เทๆกันไป
opportunity to maybe divide and conquer. But look at, oh wait, Stacks just got spotted as well.
เฮ้ยเอา
Stack gets it. Chronicle
อีดิ
could
โอ
not
เค
make it
โอเค
away
โอ
in
เค
time, and DRX
ได้ครับได้
first
ครับ
round found.
จริงๆก็แอบขี้เกียจอยู่นะ แต่ก็ได้อยู่เอ้า
Fnatic desperate to try
Bờ
and
Phi
pin
Điệpไป.
Marco down, create an opening, create an advantage very early on in the pistol.
1 นาที 3 2 1 เริ่มพีดิก1 นาทีครับ
Get it done with the fault line going
เราไม่
through. Beautiful
เราไม่ให้นาน
response with a snake bite from Zest. The paint shell coming
เรา
through
ไม่ให้
from
นาน
Buzz
ครับ
as well.
กดแล้ว
Just to hold them
รี
in the
บ
choke
ไป
point.
ครับ
Fnatic will try and, well, at least set a few bodies to set up outside
ขอบ
A.
คุณน้องปิกเก้นะครับ พี่ต้นสวัสดีตอนเช้าครับ
Sure
พ่อ
Buzz
มึงไง
is
พี่
gonna
เจ้า
spot, will spot towards heaven.
My camera is
Stacks will deal with it.
RB's response so far, trying to do some chip damage on the cross, but they've managed to make it through unscathed. Beyond that, the mid-pressure starting to build. Buzz. Very hurt on this.
Gotta be careful. Chronicle does have a sheriff. Zest.
จิบหายละ
Rotated
จิบ
in
หายละ
bets.
อ้าวโดน
Big chance. Could isolate these two players on
โดนนะ โดนนะ
likes of Marco.
ทรงไม่ค่อยดีนะ
Buzz further back.
DRX ทรงเรามั่วๆไงไม่รู้อ่ะ
That pressure sign him out, but where did Fnatic take this?
Stacks, did he get stunned there?
It looked like he did
Wait,
for a
oh.
second. You could still see a little bit. Pop flashes, wonderful. Judge couldn't quite get to hand fast.
อยากจะได้ปืนมาก
Gonna find him. And the 3 now under pressure. You can see them deep held here. 2 towards CT, and Buzz's position is one that is worth noting.
Yeah, he's gonna hear this as well. Spike not committed either direction just yet. Leo
เฮ้ยเหี้ยวางป้อมฉลาดจัด
30 seconds left.
cautious in approach here. Fnatic want to try and find information on another
อุ้ยแม่ง
player
บุ
or
ก
two
แม่งบุกเอปะเนี่ยบุก
on
เอ
the side
ว่ะ
of DRX, especially with some time allowed here for a
ชิบหาย
rotation.
แล้วครับ
But
RB รับศึกหนักครับ
towards A site here, RB
RB
will be
ต่ำๆต้องมี
tested.
2นะไม่นั้นเพื่อนแย่โอ้ยเฮ้ย
One factor, I guess, is he does have
ตาลายเหี้ย
to stall with his kit.
อยู่ที่อื่น
But time,
10 seconds
they're
left.
down at 8 seconds here. They've left this so damn late.
Nừng.
Most has been punished. The next could
Song.
fall, but it does. Can he deny the
โอ้โห
bomb?
นี่ไง
No!
ได้2ครับ
Kept safe
ได้
by
2
Durka.
ตาม
They
นัด
get
ครับ
the
ตามนัด
spike down.
ถือว่าตามนัดแล้วไอ้เหี้ย
Problem being as well, Leo's still got this judge. Dirk has now found himself an upgrade towards the Bulldog. Does have the paint shell as well. But Elbow's going to be locked down by Leo.
Paint shells towards the back of screen, so they're not going to get the freedom towards it. Hard to clear now. Paint shell back, and Buzz going to move forward. There's that judge, though, wildly in play. Buzz on the trade out, puts it down to a 1v1, but time is ticking. And Buzz got to find the fight, and he does.
เหี้ยบัตมั่น
He's
ใจ
got
ว่ะ
the time for this.
ไอ้เชี่ยบัตแม่งเดินไปเอาเลยอ่ะแบบมันเห็นเว้ยมันเห็นนิดนึงเว้ย
Pretty disastrous
แม่งเดินไปกระแทกเลยอ่ะ
Costly round. Added bonus on top for Fnatic, the 300 credits. For
พี่
the
ว่าผมเล่น
plant.
พนันจน
Kills
รวย
coming
ปะ
across.
แต้มช่องพี่ออินทุกตามีแต้ม
Few
326
members
รวย
here. Chronicle already building towards the rolling thunder.
หรือ
Three
ควง
away,
ไอ้เหี้ย
0-2 scoreline.
ภาพเนี้ยเอ้ย
Definitely happy
เหี้ย
about
โกะ
that.
ยิงอะไรอ่ะผมเพิ่งเห็น
It's another situation we saw. Stacks just desperate to try and upgrade.
ยัง
from
น้อง
this
ยัง
level,
เพิ่ง
try and police
2-0
that
น้อง
weapon.
ใจเย็นๆเพิ่ง 2-0
But I don't think we've seen enough from this yet to tell what DRX we're getting. Like if it's going to be that.
นี่
kind of
ของจริง
aggressive
เริ่มหลังจาก
one
นี้
yet,
นี่
or where I want to see how the dust settles a little more.
No,
Ui,
especially
หี้ย
not here as well.
เจอวันเวย์ไป
Coming in.
งงดิเจอวันเวย์ไป
Hands
เล่นไง
Stacks
ต่อ
and Buzz.
เล่นไงต่ออุ้ยเป้งไป2 นัด
Posted up
เล่น
pretty
ใกล้
deep here.
หมาชนหมาไป
Trying to
หมา
get
ชนหมาไป
some presence outside A here. The Trailblazer spot out the stack.
Durka got to turn the flash
โอ้
as well.
โห
The smoke gonna keep them.
เหี้ยสโมกดีจัด
But falling as they try and back
เหี้ยมา
away.
โกะสโมก
DRX
ดี
can
จัด
keep their life after
มา
all
แบบ
this.
มาทันเวลาพอดีอ่ะอย่างการรู้ใจ
The expectation is maybe they find Alpha outside here.
โอ้ย
Adjustment here in terms of RB's utility. Positioned over towards B side.
EDG เท่าไหร่วะ 2-0 หรือ 2-1 วะกูลืมเลย
In terms of the stall
กูว่า
opportunities.
มึนๆไล่สัตว์
45 seconds. Fnatic don't really have any tangibles to
ง่วงแล้วเนี่ย
act upon
ส
here.
ติตังค์ไม่ค่อยมีช่วยด้วยใช่
Making their way
เขา
towards
ถามแล้วก็
split
ตอบ
A.
แทนคุณขอบคุณมากครับคิมขอบคุณมากครับคิมผมซับสไครต์
I
ผม
don't
เลย
like how late they're leaving this. Couple of these rounds now, down to about that 30-second marker.
30 seconds
Going in
left.
blind, a re-smoke towards A main makes this tricky. They're going to have to disrespect it or go in front of it or just risk it. They have heaven control, yes, but they need to get towards the site. 20 seconds now. They need to make this work. Paranoia gets posted. Buzz going to take down Elbow.
เอ้า
This is not good enough from Fnatic. A rare slip, maybe. 10 seconds
Ow!
from DRX. They have players on the site still.
ไม่รู้ตัวเนียน
One of them, and this is
What?
Wait, no way. Oh, they line up.
เวลาไม่ทัน โอ้
You just gotta play
มาโกะเล่นเนียนครับ โอ้ยเฟนติกกลับบ้านเฟนติกกลับบ้านครับ
Buzz whiffing there.
อย่าง
I
นี้
get seriously worried.
Yeah, I was about to call it a masterclass, and he made an absolute meal of it. Look at it again. Look at this. Perfect play. Oh, no.
It's a bulldog moment. I hate to see it. And then Chronicle's the one that dies behind that,
Always.
of course.
อุ้ยปวด
How late they're leaving these rounds, Mike.
Fnatic, they let
Oi.
this round pass them by. They had such a good position early on, 45 seconds.
ไอ้เหี้ย
They were already
ไอ้เหี้ย
collapsed
โกะ
in
ไอ้
the
สัตว์
split.
มึงเกือบละมึงเกือบทำทีมแพ้แล้วไอ้
Don't
โกะ
know what the hold-up was. I'm not sure if they're trying to maybe pause for some of that aggression to come in, maybe try and catch that, but again, hard to preempt it. And now punished on it. They're going to get a buy back, but it will be missing. Depending on the ult maybe here. Boaster in with him, but they've evacuated the site pretty handily.
โอ้
Find RB! How did RB get away with just staying there the whole time? Buzz still standing. Boaster
เช็คไม่ดีโอ้ยโบเตอร์ได้2ครับ
down to a 3v3.
โบเตอร์ยังเอาคืนครับ
A scrappy, brawly
โอ้
round.
ย RB ควรตายตั้งแต่เดิร์กแล้วไอ้เหี้ยเดิร์กมึงทำอะไรวะมึงคิดเยอะในไซส์ยังไม่เคลียร์เลย หลังป้ายยังไม่เคลียร์เลยเพื่อนหันหลังแล้ว
A minute left
โอ้
for Fnatic to
ตาย
roll
ตาย
with,
ตาย
but
เดิร์กเอ้ย
same mistake again.
เหี้ยมีแต่ผิดพลาดครับ
Okay, so they're going to leave Alpha here. Rotate
เพิ่ง3 ราวบอกกลับบ้านงง
playing that very slow style, so they're not going to be
เอามีอะไรไหมล่ะ
I feel they're going to have to wait out and respect this, and if Alpha makes a step
กลับบ้านไป
reaffirms a little bit of that doubt.
I think Zest is considering elimination now.
Yeah, this
Marco
time.
too.
30 seconds
There's
left.
enough there. Now, could there be a backstab? Sure. But again, this is very indicative of it. So now how much value does Alpha get?
กลับบ้านไป
Did take a glance
He
back
looked.
towards Heaven, yeah.
He had a little look on that.
Spike.
หลังมาเพื่อนหลังมาเพื่อน
He's so
Run.
close. 3. Oh,
Zest
Zest turned. That terrifies me. Zest had a look behind him, but now there's another target.
Okay.
And Alpha is punishing all of them. Marco can no longer survive. Fnatic gets on the board.
Beautiful recovery from Fnatic.
เดดกดอันติไม่น่าเกี่ยวครับ
Early on here, leaving Alpha
สุดท้ายแล้วในไซต์ยังไม่เคลียร์ก็ตายโง่ดิอย่างนั้นนะ
The rotation towards B site.
Here, a penny dropping it.
3-1 now to start things off.
เย็ดเลิฟเชลซีเพจเลิฟเชลซีได้วิเคราะห์จุดแข็งและจุดอ่อนของ
How are they so skint?
ไกเซโดจุดแข็งการเก็บบอลไว้กับตัวการดวลกลางอากาศการพันบอลการเข้ามาทะการสกัดจุดอ่อนไม่มีจุดอ่อนเหยียดแล่
Mischief.
คุย
So close to that. Buzz not going to get
Ow.
away with any
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of naughtiness now. Could get pressured here though. There are other players, but he's got support coming down. They don't want to make any sort of mistakes, and they don't. So Fnatic really just making sure they're crossing all the T's, dotting the I's.
Really quick response as well to get Leo some
เพจไหนนะเพจเลิฟเชลซีครับ
Last player
ไป
standing.
หาดูครับเพจเลิฟเชลซี
Well, that stacks
Recalling my box.
will be found, punished. Stinger from this range
โอ้ย
never looks pretty
อาบี
when you try.
ไม่ใกล้เลยน้อง
On the board for Fnatic, but throwaway round, a Prime Gaming flawless nonetheless.
Good to see them concise though. Diligent. Clear cut. I say. Cross those T's, dot the I's. No
ส่งไปในพี่ส่งไปใน
That's their second now.
Facebook ในดิสครับเพราะว่ามันเป็น
Any big
พี่เล่นใน
ults
โทร
coming
ศัพท์ไง
through? I
ไม่รู้
mean,
จะส่งไงอ๋อ
I mean,
ได้
Seekers
ส่ง
are
ให้
here.
ได้
They're
เดี๋ยว
one away
ส่ง
from
ให้
the pit for
เดี๋ยวส่ง
Zest.
ให้ในนี้
Two off the lockdown for RB. On the other side of things, neural theft in the TP. Not necessarily playmakers, but certainly two big opportunities to find some information across the map.
we're winning out this early fight. This time Marco deciding against it.
มันเอามาแซะเล่นในเฮียดูก็รู้ไม่เอามาแซะเล่นในสัตว์
Pressure is going to be insurmountable. Can he slow it down? Paranoia should dissuade
คือ
at
เอา
least
มาแขวนเล่น
a quick close
เอา
down
มาให้
for
คนด่า
Durka. Slows him at least towards Pillar, and the support's there. So we look towards the lurk. What can Alpha achieve?
Alpha took a shot because we noted here very early on. DRX actively try and clear him here. They prioritize sight.
Durka trying to get back around to be supportive, but he's been stunned. Almost gets caught up. Buzz dives in, takes out Chronicle. Big find. Out from the trader, and now we're down to the 4v4. Durka took a lot of damage, but he's trying to get back on his feet here. Stacks to clear out Poster. Now look at the back line. That paint shell has to be pivotal. Going to be posted now as Zest going to back away. Couldn't get it to half now.
Alpha's actually re-lurked back towards Heaven. There's no way
โอ้
DRX
เรียบ
beat
ร้
this.
อย
A chance in hell. And once again, those back lines are being determined.
ถ้าตัวนี้มาอย่างนี้เรียบร้อยเลย
Always present, always a problem. The
One
pop
enemy
flash
remaining.
to
Ooh.
perfect from Fnatic.
เฮีย ผมจังวะ
proactive in the post plant here. Alpha even finds a kill from B main, by the way. So it's the perfect distraction. They note it in the kill feed. They know where the spams come from.
มันคือ
Immediately
โพสต์ที่
rotate
ก่อน
back
จะแข่ง
towards
วันนี้
mid.
ใช่ไหม ไม่รู้ ถ้ามาหลังแข่งก็ฮาอยู่
Tie things up 3
ถ้าก่อนก็ฮาเหมือนกันในเฮียเพราะมันแข่งออกมาแล้วอะ
Here and there. For Buzz, maybe.
Love it.
We've seen a lot of judge gameplay here.
We have. Return to
Good
it.
to see it back.
Ah, you missed it. Vocalize that for the people at home, please.
Two stingers here for DRX. Zest and Marco.
Bully.
Looking to follow through with the same
so
momentum
close.
here. Marco does catch some
Oh.
paranoia though. He's gonna get
Oh.
Marco finding both. I thought Boaster had him dead, the near sight only. Surely Boaster could have seen him in that, but Marco, the success.
Oh.
Marco, the third is just
Down B.
feels almost
ไอ้เหี้ยโคตรคุ้มเลยสัตว์
unfair. As Alpha this time, no chance for that flank or that lurk.
เหี้ยโคตรคุ้มเลยครับมาโกะไอ้เหี้ยควันตกพอดีแล้วไอ้ใครนะไอ้คนนี้ขึ้นอยากจะได้อันติมากๆครับแต่จังหวะควันหล่นพอดีเรียบร้อยเลยเฮ้ยดูไอ้เซตมันปาควันดิอ้าวติ๊กปืนเป็นไงล่ะไอ้เหี้ยหาติ๊กปืนเจอไป3ซิ่งไอ้เหี้ยเจอ3ซิ่งพีคไปกลับบ้านเลยบูมอย่าหลบเย็ดอย่าหลบหลบไม่ไล่เฮียเนี่ยโดนอีโคอ่ะเฮ้ยเซตเอาให้ดีนะเซตเซตมึงเอาให้ดีนะ
Thrifty coming on through, but at the start of that, Mike, how's he gone away with that?
Yeah, because Marco actually, he's recovering from throwing the paranoia here. Eats this. And the problem is, Marco's just running back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the stinger he can do in that situation. The timing on the smoke dropping, swapping to the Phantom, punishing Chronicle.
อุ้ยถ้ามีคอนี่มันบีบคอแน่เฮียมึงโดนบีบคอแน่เมื่อกี้ใครไม่รู้อะแต่ต้องบีบคอแน่อุ้ยขอบคุณครับฟอร์เรนขอบซับสไครต์ใหม่ยินดีต้อนรับครับทำไมเฟนาติกฟอร์มตกจังครับตกแน่ครับมันไม่ถึงท็อป3ครับที่คิดไว้นะทัวร์นาเมนต์นี้มันเดี๋ยวเข้าไปถ้ามันชนะเนี่ยเข้าไปก็โดนแหละน่าเจอลาววะถ้าเข้าไปอะ
Yeah, it's a paranoia.
Yeah, it's definitely. Maybe one of the hand warm-ups.
ไอ้เหี้ยเขาบอกพารานอยเฉย
Got a little bit of cramp.
เข้าไปเจอลาวนี่ว่าน่าโดนลาวโดนแน่
Tilt time out coming through.
โดนแน่
Like that, Marco getting away with absolute.
มึงโดนพี่ลาวแน่ไม่ต้องห่วงนะครับ
Quite surprised to see it. The first, I mean, you know, boast a tricky position to be in, sure, and as you said, kind of running back and forth, but the follow-up and then the drop on the smoke. Not feeling happy about that.
ถ้ามันบีบไข่อะดิพี่โอ้โห
What DRX was seeing because Fnatic
กูจะลงโทษไอ้พวกที่มันคิดแบบว่าคิดแต่อะไรโง่
พี่บุ๋มชอบ but Purchase now going to be in a nice spot for DRX. They got plenty of ults to play with as well. The lockdown there.
Yeah,
There's
cushion behind this as well, and that's key. Same thing could be said for Fnatic as well. So not necessarily a concern on either side just yet. 3 over towards Sushi here.
บ้าอำนาจเหรอถาวรนั่นแหละคนอื่นเขาโดนกัน 100K 200K ที่นี่บอกบ้าอำนาจถาวรแค่นั้นนะครับพี่กำลังขจัดขยะครับผมในการที่อยู่ร่วมกันอ่ะมันต้องมีแบบมีสังคมที่ดีระดับหนึ่งนะครับ
No confirmation of Alpha's presence. Still committing towards 3 members on A side.
The second flash went in. I don't know if it called out for either because he's very deep on this position.
เราจะได้อยู่กันแบบว่าทุกเพศทุกวัยครับบางทีผู้หญิงเขาอยู่ผู้ชายเขาอยู่อีอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแบบพวกมึงพิมพ์พี่อะไรอ่ะพวกมึงเอาสนุกปากไม่คิดถึงคนอื่นไงไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวพี่บุ๋มจัดการเองต้องมีสัมมาคาราเต้ด้วยนะครับไอ้นี่เอาไอ้ที่นี่เอาสัก700,000สัมมาคาราเต้ฮาไปหน่อยเฮียนี่ติดฮาไปหน่อยคาราเต้หยอกครับหยอก
So he seemed very aware of this quite early on because, again, RB slipped CT super early. 13 seconds, Plant going to come through.
10
no lockdown.
ล้อเล่นอุ้ยเยี่ยปากข้างบนว่ะ
That's pretty much it. So they can kind of filter through towards main, but that's it.
Problem is, it's open sight lines towards the spike. They have to dig out some of these Fnatic players from B main.
2 smokes still for Marco as well, so they can make it a little bit of a problem. 1 towards the site, and the Viper's Pit to go on top of this. Nabi's already got it towards halfway.
ชิบหายแล้วมันได้ครึ่งแล้วมันได้ครึ่ง
Fnatic need to fight on this, and there, finally, they start drawing blood. And this time it's a back and forth between all of them, and it's just a straight up stand and deliver.
Oh, tag.
Defuse denied. Leo, he lives. He gets to fall away. It gets towards half. So back to business. Stags can't do it, Leo.
โซโครสว่ะลีโอเย็ดแม่ของจริงว่ะ
really
ลีโอ
bizarre.
ว่ะ
If that's the intention, they have to dig Fnatic out of this comfortable open sideline towards the site.
ไอ้เหี้ยสแต็กพยายามหัน
You understand trying to block, but you even noted there were smokes available for Marco. I'm not sold by it. Maybe an adjustment here of Zest pushing a little further towards Pillar, investing the Viper's Pit towards that choke point, and forcing Fnatic a little
ไฟใน
deeper,
ห้องอัน
but
ไหนแสบตากว่ากันไฟขาวกับไฟส้ม
for that to be the intention from the get-go, and it's solved entirely
Khảo
by an
มั้ง
open plant by Fnatic. And the other thing was, because they were given a clean site, they didn't have any utility. They had the paint shell, they had the aftershock, they had plenty of things to actually deal with that very scenario.
Yeah, lots of tools who played in with. Leo. Checking through towards Mount, sees nothing towards Vent. So they got a bit of a green light towards middle if they want to explore it, but peeling away. Maybe considering their options, but the B site now is the additional player. Buzz is over here. 2 judges on this as well. One up towards heaven.
ไฟในห้องพี่เป็นสีส้ม
Towards A site.
Buzz.
I mean, Chronicles one away from the Rolling Thunder as well.
เขาเรียก warm right you know warm right
Paranoid. Okay, Smoke
Lazy
goes
Loxy.
towards deep heaven. Flash is there. Buzz. He's given a chance on this. Marco, can he bait him in? The paranoia is great. Durka wins that fight. Come off it. Marco's still going to make it work from the back of sight. He's got a small lifeline to play off of the TP taken.
Yeah, Marco.
This
You
man
can't.
is a magician.
He
appears on the side and keeps going. Oh,
Ui.
him as well.
เฮียมาโกะเล่นเป็นผีเลยสัตว์
But now the 2 rifles come on over and they found Alpha. And now there's issues. A 2
ตายง่ายจังอะ
no plant. And now look at Stacks.
อุ้ย
Big pickup from Chronicle. And the 1v2 RB. That's not
โอ้
gonna
โห
happen.
ลีโอ
Leo
ค
is
ม
there.
จัดเลยว่ะ
Chronicle there.
ไอ้เฮียมาโกะเล่นโคตรดีเลยว่ะ
There, Leo getting caught by the Rolling Thunder, where Marco can potentially find a third once again.
เฮียมาโกะเล่นดีจริง
Brings a stinger into. Oh, he's just so difficult to pin down.
คิดเร็วทำเร็วครับมา
Perfect
โกะ
bait and switch here as well. With
เฮ้ย
Nest
ไอ้
dropping
เคิร์น
from rafters, but a crucial headshot. Stacks slightly over
เฮีย
Zephyr
เคิร์น
to punish the plant there.
โกะเซ็งไอ้เฮียเพื่อนไม่ทำคุยเลยกูเอาให้2เก็บแม่เฮ้ยใจเย็นโกะกูเข้าใจ
For the 5 though.
กูก็เคยเป็น
These are strung together rounds now for Fnatic.
กูเป็นคนที่ไม่เอาอะไรเลยนะส่วนเพื่อนกูเอาให้
Yes, DRX got that great
กูเลย
start
เข้าใจ
converting
เพื่อน
bonuses and all that good stuff, but still, once we've got into the real meat of this, it has been the Fnatic display.
เพื่อนกูเอา
Go
ยับ
again, Boaster played in off the back of the flash through the cage. That's lovely work. Trailblazing their way into the site.
เรียบร้อย
Complete and utter
Welcome
shutdown.
home.
Sent back away from this.
กิมจิบอย
Trying to clean plant here, Durka.
Welcome home
Very, very curious towards spawn already.
ขอบคุณครับน้องนนท์ขอบคุณมากครับ
No reason that Fnatic shouldn't hunt for these rifles as well. Apply further pressure onto the finances. Stacks and Zest
ไก่ทอดกับโซจู
respectively.
ให้มันชุ่มคอซะหน่อยแหมอยากกลับบ้านแล้วสิมึง
The home stretch of this half. Actually be on the brink
แม
of
ปแรก
getting
แม่ง
the
ผี
showstopper
หลอก
and
นี่หว่า
the
ไอ้เฮีย
available
แม่งผีหลอกใส่ฟนาติกกู
in the next.
เอาซะฟนาติกกูไม่มีทรงเลยไอ้เฮีย
Have to wait and see exactly how the whole progress lies elsewhere, but another pace change that with DRX constantly kind of flip-flop back and forth into 2 different setups. Caught off guard here. See, obviously we had options previously in the half. There's none actually in the form of ultimates, and no surprises to see a timeout being called here, because the last few rounds have, a couple of them come down to the wire, but the game plan seems a little off here from DRX on split. See if they have a late response in this half, Lauren.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see a little bit of that realization set in. As much as you can come into map 1, play kind of fast and loose, have all that confidence, all that pressure starts to mount then to close out. You had a good chance in map 2, that slipped away. Now map 3, you're starting to feel all of those worries come back around. To try and play the playstyle from map 1 here, near on impossible now.
Sure, and in terms of, I guess, the outcome of some of these rounds, look at this series where Fnatic were able to actually excel in terms of recovery mode on Haven. now where DRX don't have the benefit of, I guess, being the ones to really switch things up, throw off the early protocols of Fnatic. Now they're really struggling to formulate many plans, many set pieces to create advantages the same way they did on Bind. Saw elements of the same sort of gameplay on Haven as well.
What's the breaking point here for DRX? What can they do?
I mean, the concern is as well, with this composition, we know how Fnatic play on the defense. It's going to be very difficult for DRX to play into that. We've seen both teams actually able to overcome the way that Fnatic defend split.
ชื่อเกาหลีพี่บูมนามสกุลพักไหมพักหน้ารีที่น่ารัก
It's definitely concerning. Marco, beautiful opener this
โก
time around.
มันเป็นคนที่ทำทุกอย่างเลยเว้ย
Off the rip.
มันเหลือแค่เพื่อนมันทำมั่งอ่ะกูเข้าใจมึงไว้โกยังไงกูเข้าใจมึงเนี่ยเพื่อนทำแล้วเพื่อนจะทำแล้วเพื่อนทำแล้วนี่ไงนี่ไงปรบมือให้เพื่อนหน่อยโกเร็วปรบมือให้เพื่อนหน่อยแล้วยกนิ้วให้นิ้วนึง
But still posted rifle in hand. RB the only one with a frenzy. He's playing in a tricky spot.
นิ้วโป้งนิ้วโป้งครับนิ้วโป้ง
Corner over on A
นิ้ว
side.
โป้งนิ้วโป้งเดี๋ยวมันจะเล่นไม่จบถ้านิ้วกลางอ่ะนิ้วโป้งไปก่อน
Yeah, the re-aggress here from DRX. Anticipated perfectly by Fnatic.
คงมีแต่เฮ้ยเพื่อนจะทำอีกแล้วเพื่อนจะทำแล้ว
นอนเฝ้า Okay, this is awkward. Seeker will highlight that. Boasters.
เอาโบสเตอร์เอามาอยู่ตรงนี้เหรอโบสบอก
What's going on? This round's really bizarre.
เอาไปไหนนี่เอ้าเย็ดแม่งงงไปหมดแล้ววะ
gets a little bit of a short catch on this.
Oh,
Oh my
wait,
god,
wait,
what
up.
is this round?
ฮึบ
30 seconds left.
Plant now going to come down. Smoke goes
Man,
in,
ni
and
man
I'm
alay wะเนี่ย
looking towards if
โคตร
Marco
chaos.
plays ahead. He does. He's getting quite close to this because the paranoia got posted towards the back of the site, so he gets a little bit of a moment. Try and catch
Go.
Chronicle, and he does.
เฮ้ยโก
TP
โกอย่าทำเยอะเว้ย
takes it.
โก
Buzz now, 30 HP, looks
กูส
towards
งสาร
Alpha,
มึงว่ะ
tags him up as well.
มึงน่าจะเหนื่อยน่าดู
But Boaster
ไปครับ
straight
เพื่อน
through the smoke. Doing serious work here. Even with Leo low, Alpha still standing. Double swing happens. Marco, the magician again. Just a rabbit out of his hat, but it's still down to the 1v1. Can he find it for the ace? Can he find Boaster? Doesn't see him for the first. The second.
Oh my god.
Keep moving forward.
มาโก
Marco just a constant threat.
เยี่ย
All of these rounds for DRX.
ไอ้เพื่อนทำอะไรวะ
I have no clue how he found that fourth.
I don't know.
เฮ้ยเพื่อนทำอะไรวะ
The TP here, ridiculous. Just catches a glimpse of Leo. And Boaster with a crucial clutch.
ไอ้เพื่อนทำควยอะไรวะ
Highlighting how clutch Boaster was early in this tournament. Nice to see a little bit of that re-emerging
ดู
here.
โกดิ
Certainly
โก
could
แบ
have
บโค
done
ตร
with
เซ็
it
ง
there.
โกบอกกูย้ายทีม
Keep
แน่
that
เฮีย
confidence from building. Keep
ถ้ามึงยัง
DRX
โง่อ
on
ยู่แบบ
the
นี้โก
floor.
บอกกูไปแน่
Making it up to 7 here. 8 could be very possible.
ไอ้เฮียโกทำทุกอย่างแล้ว
Doubling down on this slower pace as well. Now 2 operators on the board.
What?
In the hands of Durka and Alpha yet. I mean,
On
like
the
I said,
attacking side of Split.
They're investing into the same previous read, which is DRX feeling a little bit antsy.
ฮะ
Waiting for the
ได้
overstep.
ย้ายไปอยู่ DFM
Although
อยู่ที่เดิมดีกว่า
earlier on in the half we did have some concerns with the clock passing Fnatic
อยู่
by.
ที่เดิมดีกว่า
I haven't seen that rear its head once again.
ว่าโกน่าจะยิงเมาส์แตกอ่ะไอ้เหี้ย ต้องเอาเมาส์ไว้เปลี่ยนด้วยนะ
Going to be asked to do so damn much if they carried on that way. Looks like they're adjusting though here.
ฟูเซนป่ะฟูเซน
They're
มาไง
exploring the rest of the map a little.
ฟูเซนมีจอห์นโอเซนมี PDC นะล่าสุดมี PDC มานะ ช่วยกันนะ
Looks like a site here. But there is only one player.
Yeah, the smoke of the
ช่วยกันยิง
trailblazer
โค
is
มคามไปนะ
away. Buzz considering it as well. Does he post up on Mail though?
โอ้
โอ้ย
He's got the showstopper here.
I'm still looking at the spike. It's in the hands of Chronicle.
Yeah, he's actually now looking to follow up on the fake because there's been no resistance.
It's drawn out
เหี้ย
the
เขารู้
L
อยู่
as
แล้ว
well.
เว้ยแม่งเข้ามาเบสเลยเว้ย
25 seconds here.
เหี้ยแม่งเข้ามาเบสอันติไอ้สัตว์
Zest still in a
ไอ้
good
เหี้ยพวก
spot.
แม่งเก่ากว่าเยอะเลย
Still got RB down below.
ดู
He's
แต่
gonna
ตัว
hear all
ที่
these
มา
steps.
ดิ
Spike
เป็น
is on
เล
the way.
สเป็นโอ
Can
เมน
RB hold? Can he be as valuable as he looks like he can be? Takes down Durka. Stacks on the follow-up. 13 seconds. Oh, RB holds him back. and
บุกกัน
gets
โก
the
เพื่อนทำมาแล้วโก
response.
โกชอบ
And it can be back. Game on for DRX.
Absolutely, and definitely a more comfortable position here with the 7-5 conversion for DRX. To get this pistol themselves, starting off here in the second half on the right foot. Early exploration towards
โกเอาหน่อยเพื่อน
nobody on the other side of this for Fnatic.
โกอย่าเพิ่งหยุด
Adjustment actually.
ถ้าโกหยุดกดจะแพ้
Alpha position towards B site on the pistol rounds.
That's true. How interesting.
Maybe this is a little bit of a red herring because you know early on you want to see that
ถ้า
going and dealing with the utility
รบกวน
figuring
พื้น
out.
ที่ช่อง
It's
ฝั่ง
main
เพื่อนช่อง
objective
แชท
playing
แปะ
versus
ได้เลยครับ
Fnatic on split.
ถ้าช่องแชทพี่เขาขยันเขาก็น่าจะทำให้แหละ
Because they're so
แต่พี่
comfortable
ดู
to
แล้ว
sit back.
น่าจะขี้เกียจสายยาวทุกตัวครับผม
Yeah, well, yeah.
And I think camera too.
ลองดู
I
ครับ
mean,
ลองดู
it drew
เชิญ
Chronicle
แปะเลย
back
ฮะ
for a moment, but Fnatic are very quickly in a position to greet this A site here once again.
Yeah.
เพราะวันๆแม่งไม่ทำเฮียจ้องแต่หน้าคอม
Right, it goes back around. The flash. Going to identify that someone has made progress towards ramp. The dog to really ensure in 35 seconds. DRX need to kind of get themselves together and get a bit of a move on. You got 4 players now. Chronicle just holding down Mouse 1, trying to do a bit of chip damage, trying to catch him on the way through. Wait, Durka walks in and gets to lose his life, but Fnatic follow it up. 3 quick
เจอปิงปองพีกปิงปองพีก เรียบร้อยปิงปองพีก ปิงปองพีกครับเจอปิงปองพีกกลับบ้าน
This would be a monumental 1v3 for the young man.
เฮ้ย
Makes it 10 good started in one flash. And Alpha's got him.
There's a chance there if he finds that kill.
เกือบปิงปองพีกแล้วไงมึง
HP, but Fnatic post the pistol here in the second half.
Yeah, I'm really interested in the adjustment of Alpha's setup. Does he continue like this?
เอ
Is
อ
it going to
ว่ะ
be a new back and
เดี๋ยว
forth
มันเป็น
sort of
ลิงก์
deal?
มง
Does
ลิ
he
งก์
go
มั่ว
back to
มา
what
แฝง
works?
ว่ะ
This is going to change the
พี่
protocol
ว่า
list if
พี่
they keep
ว่า
that in mind.
Yeah, I'm
มัน
sure
อาจจะไม่ดี
you
มั้ง
can
ค
see
รับ
the pistol here. You do still want to see that awareness from DRX.
อย่าเลย
They've done their
คือ
homework
เรา
figuring
อ่ะ
out
อาจจะแปะ
a
ลิงก์
plan
จริง
for
ก็
them
ได้
to
เว้ย
really
เข้าใจไหม
address the
คนที่
comfort
มาขอ
that
ความร่วม
Fnatic
มือ
have.
อ่ะอ่ะพี่อาจจะแปะลิงก์จริง
Because already round 2,
แล้วถ้า
this is literally carbon
มันมี
copy
อีกคนนึงมา
from
ในกรณีถัดไปมาแปะลิงก์แบบ
I mean, roll your mind back to that EG
มันนัวๆ
matchup
แบบเนี้ย
where it all looked kind of
แต่เป็นลิงก์
exciting
ที่แบบ
grand
เป็นส
final
แกม
and
เมอ
then
ร์
you get split like
ก็โดดแค่นั้นเอง
you're still not dealing with the setup. You're not going to get away with anything.
เราจะไม่มี
Alpha
ช่อง
is
โหว่
probably
นะ
one
ครับ
of the
หวังว่าจะ
big
เข้าใจกัน
aspects of this map that it's
ส่งลิงก์
very
ให้พี่
well
บูม
for
ลองก่อน
Fnatic.
ครับ ถ้าลิงก์ดักพาร์ทจะโดนดวงคนเดียว
throughout the regular season
Salah.
as well. Looking for the utility, but
หรือว่าฉลาด
no, it's not here. Buzz tagged down to 23. Forced a little deeper with the fault line as well. Only a frenzy coming in here. DRX in the hands of Stacks.
ทำเพื่อคนดูไงบูม ไม่
It'll be difficult for them really.
แล้วมึงไม่ทำอ่ะ แล้วมึงก็มาบอกกู
If it's not towards Mail or towards Vents.
มึงทำเพื่อกูได้ไหมล่ะ
Here.
Bye-bye. So now we see, is there any potential to this? Pop Flash finds nothing. Stacks is very blind. Hold on, that's a little much from Boaster, but it works out. He does have a couple of players with him, so he wasn't alone.
ไม่ไหว Fnatic
Farm up the second round here. No threats really made and no plants in sight.
The Prime Gaming Floors give themselves a cushion here to kick off the second half.
ทำไมแบบแรกโดนอย่างนั้นมันแหลกครับมันแหลก
Round 3 from DRX to keep this one interesting. To argue if this one goes in
Fnatic
favor
น่า
of
จะ
Fnatic. It's 11 on the board,
Yep.
ยังไม่พร้อม
and it becomes very, very dicey. You see the pressure starting to weigh
And this was the
on
team.
the faces of DRX.
They were all smiles at the start, Mike. Relaxed, having fun coming into it. I'd love to see them try and get that back on, but it's easier said than done, right? This round so very important. Durka on an island, but it's Leo, the one to deal the killing blow towards Buzz.
Fnatic ยังไม่พร้อมกลับบ้าน แต่ DRX พร้อมแล้ว
There's a possibility that Fnatic in
ดู
any
ฟาเจอร์
given
เล่นดิ
round
ยึดแม่เล่นมือเดียวด้วยเป็นไง
have
โคตรเก่า
all people to explore mid at the start. Buzz the one to have that reality check this time around. Flash will confirm, but Stacks actually gets the better of Boaster.
And it really is just Stacks kind of being aggressive towards heaven, just trying to get all that attention, because, again, look towards where RB is, look to where initially Zest was. It's time to drop it now, but going late into this setup is never really a good idea.
Because already Leo's here as well.
Exactly. Okay. I don't like this from DRX, but let's see, do they have a plan in mind? Alpha does get all this information, and he's the paranoia, the timing, very clinical on the clear. But Leo is here, and he does have 2 flashes. He's going to find the fight first. Takes down another. Leo wants more. This could be his 3.
Oh, Leo.
It is a triple for Leo. Darker in support, and it again, you don't hit this A site late. DRX learning these lessons in the worst way, but it ain't over yet. Marco still alive
GG
in a
ว่ะ
1v2.
โดนบนนั้นลาวอีก
Gonna give himself a smoke, but look at it, Leo prowling around.
เฮียลีโอเก็บหมดเลย
Getting
สัตว์
Fnatic up to double digits
เก่งครับ
and dashing DRX's hopes.
That could be the beginning of the end for DRX. Forced back down now to a lighter purchase, if any. Just be SMG.
ไม่เชียร์ก็หุบปากเถอะกลับบ้านพ้องเอ้า
Up to the Seekers already.
Down A.
ไม่เป็นไรอ่ะ
And it's 60 seconds left. You see them slow creeping around the map.
เป็นเฮียอะไรไม่รู้แต่ได้แค่
Closer
นี้
and closer
ไป
towards
ประเด็น
vents in heaven. You're playing into
เอากลับบ้าน
stomping ground.
แพ้ไปสัตว์อ่อน
Blinded.
เฮียกระจอก
Leo is now ready, and everyone wants him.
แพ้ไปดีเฮียทำได้แค่นี้แหละทีมมึง
ล
อะ
งเงินเยอะแห
A
ละ
little bit more simplistic, a little bit more clear cut as Buzz. That's uncomfortable with the judge. There's those.
เอ้ยอะไรทำอะไรหนุ่ม
With both takes down Zest. RB's got.
ทำอะไรจ๊ะ
Marco, yeah, I mean.
นี่ไง
It's Leo.
Down B.
Oh, it's all coming together for Fnatic now. A flawless round, and DRX are in real trouble.
Saving grace, the Seekers here. Maybe an opportunity for DRX to
เอาบูมแฟนคลับดีๆก็
come
มี
out
มึ
with
ง
a
ใจ
bang
เย็น
here in round 17, but
Down B.
อะไรวะ
I gotta say this is
ก็
just
กูก็ไม่ได้ด่าแฟนคลับนี่
textbook from Fnatic. It's the same thing again. It's just so comfortable to watch them
กูว่าสติ
play
มึงเริ่มไม่
defense
ค่อย
here
ดี
on
นะ
split.
Gotta say, Mike, I think we're in
Ma.
agreement. This is the one, really, isn't
กู
it?
เชียร์แฟนติกมึงมีปัญหาอะไร
It's
ไหม
gotta be something now. I'm seeing a 3-play stack having a wander over towards A for Fnatic too.
สันดานลูกกะหรี่ชอบซ้ำเติมแม่มึงตายไม่รอเลย เดี๋ยวแม่มึงก็ตายตามแม่กูนั่นแหละเถอะ
Fnatic are the ones to
มึงไม่
adjust.
ต้องห่วงหรอก
Should find Zest.
Oh, Zest.
มึงทำอะไรกูไม่ได้หรอก มึงก็ได้แค่ด่าแหละ
Oh, dear.
ส่วนมึงด่าไปอ่ะ
Durka
กูไม่ได้รู้สึกหรอกครับ
controlling one side of the map and they quickly
มึงทำได้แค่
adjust.
นั้นแหละ
See the springboard, the attempt wanted, but Boaster on the stall, paranoia.
ทำอะไรกูไม่ได้หรอก
Stall comes in, Alpha's about to swing, and he does, catching Buzz in the heels, and it's looking clear.
ไม่
It's
แค่
looking
มันทำอะไรพี่ไม่ได้หรอกครับ
decisive.
มันแค้น
It's looking like 12's
มันก็คือ
about
ขยะ
to
ตัว
be
หนึ่งที่
there.
พี่เคยแบนนี่แหละครับ
This one might be all over as
มันน่าจะแสดงความคิดเห็นอะไร
DRX
โง่ๆออกมาแล้วมันก็โดนพี่แบนแล้วมันก็แค้นเว้ย
down 12 now. Just one away, Mike.
มันก็เพิ่งมาสมัครใหม่
Match point.
DRX will call a timeout in the 11th hour.
มึงทำอะไรกูได้อ่ะ กูถามหน่อย
And this is the issue really with any sort of scoreline deficit. Fnatic having the opportunity to step onto the second half here on the defense. You have to bring your A game. I've seen so many teams fall short or run out of ideas or not even really have any ideas to address. the way
จำ
that
เบี้ยอะไร
Fnatic
กู
are
ได้
playing. So simplistic.
ขอแรงๆเอาขอแรงๆเอาไหนดูดิมึงแรงได้เท่าไหร่วะ กูอยากแบบโดนด่ามึงจนแบบเจ็บเจียนตายอ่ะ ไม่ได้ปล่อยมันนี่ดูดิมึงด่าไปเลยมึงด่าไปเลยไหนดูดิอ่ะมึงทำอะไรกูได้วะแบบโอ้ยเจ็บจังเลยอันนี้มึงชนะกูให้ได้ดิไม่ว่าทางใดทางหนึ่งกูอยากเห็นมึงชนะกูสักทางไว้มึงทำให้กูให้ดูเลยดิไม่ต้องแบนปล่อยมันนี่กูอยากรู้มันชนะกูยังไงแบนไปมันก็สมัครมาใหม่
Feels like a completely different universe.
It does.
อันนี้ทำอะไรกูได้อะ
But the resilience on display here
แค่เนี้ย
for Fnatic to bounce back from
ได้แค่เนี้ย
such a loss. When we saw the frustration on stage, saw the frustration from Mini as well.
Absolutely.
มันก็ปล่อยมันด่าไปครับ
Rare, you
กู
can
อยาก
make
รู้
the
มันทำอะไรได้
Titans look so human. And on map 1, they look
เพราะว่า
very flawed
สุดท้ายด่าไปอ่ะ
indeed. However,
แม่กู
going
คงไม่เจ็บ
forward,
ขึ้นมามากกว่านี้หรอก
recovery
แม่กูเขาตายไปแล้ว ใช่ มันคือความจริงครับ
insurmountable. I mean, just round after round getting
กูอยาก
back
รู้
to
ว่า
their
ทำอะไรกู
strength.
ได้แค่นั้นเอง
And at 5 to 12, just one more round for Fnatic and the last chance to dance for DRX here.
โอ้ฟ้องไอ้เหี้ยนะน้องไอดี
Can
มัน
they
สมัครมา
determine
เป็น
the
หมื่นเป็น
outcome?
แสนแล้วไอ้
Can
เหี้ย
they change
ไอ้ยี่
the
นี่
way
น่า
this
จะโดน
looks?
กูแบนประมาณ100 ไอดี
Already
แล้วมั้งครับ
aggression being started and the ult there for Durka.
A big tool at their disposal now. Paranoia to clear through heaven, but already with proactivity into garage. Not necessarily a concern right here for Fnatic. Durka going to get contact here on Buzz. Yep. Little spot out. Actually catches Leo's flash. have to have a response to address this.
นี่มองว่าถ้าไม่อยากหงุดหงิดแก้ที่ตัวเองได้นะคือไปดูทีมเมอร์ที่เชียร์ทีมเดียวตัวเองเพราะบางทีเชียร์คนละทีมกับพี่บูมก็ไปดูช่องอื่น
Another situation. 60 seconds left on the clock here.
ไอ้นั่นมันพนันครับไม่ต้องเอาไปเอาอะไรมันมากหรอกไอ้เหี้ยนั่นมันผีพนันครับเอาจริงพี่เชียร์ทีมไหนพี่ก็ไม่รู้นะแต่ทีมไหนชนะหรือทำอะไรให้ก็ได้ให้กูให้พี่นอนเร็วพี่ก็จะเชียร์ทีมนั้นแหละตอนแรกก็เชียร์ DRX ตอนแรกก็เชียร์ DRX ตอนที่มันนำ 1-0 นะแต่พอมันโดนตีเสมอแล้วก็ไม่แค่นั้นเองว่าไปนัวไปเรื่อย
20 seconds.
Nothing can deny this, nothing can stop it. And actually Durka falls. Now can Chronicle slow this down? The last across will be the one with the spike. Oh dear, Marco has to TP away. Quick defense. They got to try and protect him. Allow the plant to go through and give him an opportunity. 4v4 post
ปล่อย
plant.
มันไม่ต้องไปแท็กไม่ต้องไปด่ามันครับไม่ต้องไปด่ามันปล่อยมัน
have their chance.
ปล่อยมันไป
Go through. I don't think it will confirm any information. Potentially that there's one on default. Paranoia should set things in motion here.
Stacks is out of it for the next couple of seconds. TP on the side. Hello and goodbye.
มันสมัครมาน่าจะเป็น100 ID มั้งไอ้เหี้ยโง่เนี่ย
Standing, but finally falls, goes down. Great swing from RB. Does it well. Stacks now has his vision back.
กูอยากรู้ว่ามึงทำอะไรวะทำไมกูโดนกูแบนวะ
They've holding on for another. But that was a 20 seconds mad dash throughout the map.
Yeah, DRX get the 6th on the board, but it's hard to really justify saying that you get 7 opportunities like that, especially in the late round. Even questions about the purchase coming back into this, a judge in hand for Buzz, one away from the showstopper, one away from the lockdown for RB as well. How far can DRX take this? If anywhere.
กูสมเพศมึงพยายามไม่แบนกูเพื่อแสดงว่าไม่เจ็บแต่ก่อนหน้านี้แบนรัวๆน่าสมเพศใช้อารมณ์ตัดสินคนดูตอนนี้มันย้อนเข้าตัวมึงแล้วไอ้ขยะย้อนเข้าตัวมึงแล้วไอ้ขยะมึงเห็นกูแบบว่าอะไรวะสตรีมล่มจมเหรอคนดูน้อยลงเหรอมีคนเข้าข้างมึงไหมหรือไงซับกูน้อยลงเงินกูก็ได้คนดูกูก็มีอะไรที่มันย้อนเข้าตัวกูวะอันไหนที่กูเสียไปเหรอกูจะกดแบนกูก็กดได้ทำไมกูจะกดแบนมึงไม่ได้กูแค่อยากรู้ว่ามึงจะทำได้แค่ขนาดไหนไงแค่นั้นเองมึงจะทำอะไรกูได้แค่นั้นแหละกูอยากรู้มึงทำอะไรกูได้มึงมันเฮเตอร์กูพูดอะไรมึงก็ด่าทำอะไรกูก็ด่าอยู่แล้วนะครับชีวิตมึงก็มีแค่นี้แหละไม่แปลกใจที่แม่งมะเร็งแดกนะมีแค่นี้อะไรกูมีมากกว่ามึงอีกไอ้ตะถุนมึงมีอะไรบ้างกูถามหน่อยนี่มึงดูไว้นี่เป็นไงนี่ไงมึงดูนี่มีอย่างกูเปล่าไอ้ควาย10 กิฟต์ซับมีอย่างกูเปล่าย้อนเข้าตัวกูโธ่เหี้ยกระจอกทำได้แค่นั้นแหละไอ้สัตว์เจ็บจังเลยโอ้ยเจ็บจังเลยกูได้10 กิฟต์ซับไอ้โง่ก่อนจากกันนะครับก็ใครที่ชอบคลิปนะฝากกดไลค์นะครับกด Subscribe นะครับผมก็จะได้เป็นกำลังใจในการทำคลิปต่อๆไปนะครับขอบคุณมากครับ